start. Things apparently changed in YouTube since the last time we did this at Winter's Tale. We're all here, and we have dedicatedly been trying to get to see you. So we're going to start watching Jupiter Ascending, and we're on a bit of a delay, so please excuse us if we are short to respond to your questions. But you can tweet at us at Popcorn Prosecco, or if you just want to make sure you get hold of all of us, we all have our phones. Hashtag call me Jupe. All right, someone want to start this movie?
Move away.
All right. Thanks for being patient, guys. Sorry about this.
Oh.
We'll be tweeting from our own independent accounts and things. And all right, so yeah, we're gonna tell you when the movie starts so that you can actually watch this with us. And apologies for starting late, but you know, guys, this is the fun of a live broadcast. Is starting 40 minutes late. But we have some fun things here. We have whose glasses are those?
Kristy's.
We have wine. We have prosecco. We have popcorn.
We have a cat.
We have a cat. He's running around. Yep, and we've got some whiskey. A lot going on.
How did we do the volume last time?
We had it on mute with captions.
Oh, okay. But I'm gonna hear Eddie Redmayne freak out.
Oh wait.
You can have it.
Well, we can turn the volume up when as we so choose. How do we do captions?
I think it would have been an option in the menu.
Piracy is not a victimless crime.
That's true. Which is why we can't show you the episode and also can't play this without volume. But I'm not gonna lie. Whenever
don't look in the reflection of my posters.
Man, that would be the saddest way to watch this. I hope you all own this at home. All right, let me see if I hit subtitles.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, we're getting tweets. Good. Thanks, guys. Thanks. We're all gonna make this through. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna also tweet "Call me Jupes" so that we.
Is it Jupes or Jupe?
Call me Jupe. Pardon me.
Call me Jupe. Call.
Okay.
Like as in.
We have
JUPE, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Technically speaking, I'm an alien, and from the perspective of immigration, an illegal one. Topical. It's been a year, but guys, real things going on.
Alright.
Don't worry, this was a rough start, but we're gonna make up with it so hard, guys. Wait, can you call it a meet cute? Because like they're not the main couple.
Well, it's a meet cute.
It is a meet cute.
Yeah, it's a meet cute.
I like that actress too. I forget her name, but she was in Downton Abbey, and she's in a movie that no one remembers called Matchmaker, which was about Janine Garofalo falling in love in Ireland.
He is an Agent Carter.
He is.
And Cloud Atlas.
Yep.
I'm learning so much in this episode.
I interviewed him once, and it went
Was it
awesome.
about Cloud Atlas?
It was about Hitchcock.
It should have been about Cloud Atlas.
I liked it. I didn't get to do any press for Cloud.
Alright, there's little baby Jupe in her tummy still. Hasn't come out yet.
Oh my. So
That's
fun
what
fact,
I named her that.
this begins in Russia, even though they speak English. But
It just said in Russian. He said something in Russian.
then he said something in English. It said in English. She is our Jupiter. Also, but Mila Kunis is from Ukraine, which at some point was owned by Russia. They don't probably say owned. Guys, I did research.
I'm so glad you're filled with fun facts tonight.
I have a bunch on my phone. It's gonna be a whole thing. This is gonna be amazing. Also, wine, because
we need to drink to forget the.
I actually did spend time in investigating and trying to prepare to get this all running, and it just didn't work. So this is on me, the 40-minute delay. But I'm gonna make up with it with fun facts and drinking.
Oh yeah, the meet cute ends real quick with people. Well, I don't know. Is it a spoiler to be to say what's gonna happen to these people?
No,
people
go ahead,
are
do it.
watching this with us.
Yeah.
Oh, like you're saying already.
They're stealing the periscope, guys. Not periscope. Telescope.
Telescope.
Guys. Not a science kid.
I'll say. Yeah. So
I wonder how did she? Can you imagine auditioning for this? She had to cry and roll around on the floor, and then they were like, "Yep, you get to play a Russian maid. Thank you for your time."
She gets to do more stuff later, slightly. He doesn't get to do anything. They were just like, remember when you were in Cloud Atlas and what a good time was had by all? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, do you want to come back? He's like, yeah, I got nothing to do.
Sure.
Yeah. This is like all he does in the movies. That's the
true.
only explanation I can think of for what
He seems like good people.
I bet you he cherishes that though.
Yeah. Cloud Atlas?
Well, like he got to be in like a big movie and working with
I
all these
cherish
great
Cloud
people.
Atlas. I know what you're asking apologists. I like all of their nonsense. Well, to be fair, I haven't seen the Matrix sequel.
We're watching Jupe get born.
Oh, yes. Now
Babies
there's
having babies. And Kunis has a baby. Is it named Jupiter? Do we know what the baby's name was?
I'm sure it's not.
Did she have it yet? She did have it, right?
Oh.
I don't mean to imply
You're
she
like
recorded
the
it.
pop gossip person.
No, that's her. She knows that stuff.
I probably
Both
knew
of you
at
know
one
more
point,
than I
but,
do.
I feel like she has to have had it by now. Otherwise, it must just be like,
Ah, big Jupe.
well, she
Big
grow up so fast.
5'2" Jupe. Hey, fun fact about the Funko Pops for this movie. 1, they exist. 2, there are only 3 of them. And 3, they're bullshit. Because 2 of them are Jupiter and 1 is just her in a tank
And
top
none
and
is
pants.
Eddie Redmayne.
And none is Eddie Redmayne. Spoilers for there should be an Eddie Redmayne Funko Pop. I get like mad at Funko Pop because I love them, but they often don't have the character I most want. Which, like for instance, they did Crimson Peak.
Well, that was another shitty one.
Shade.
I didn't mean the movie. I meant the Funko Pop
so
selection.
Perri did get me Thomas Sharp, which is amazing. I also have his signature line of perfume, which is also amazing. And they had the Mia Wasikowska character.
It's literally looking at Jupiter, the planet Jupiter.
I have a fun fact about that too, which I'll get to in a second.
Title card.
Title card!
Epic.
Okay, so do you remember when they announced this title? Did any of us suspect that they meant Jupiter would be the name of the person in the movie?
No. Also, I didn't expect her to fall so much. It is a counterintuitive title.
Some people acted like that was unrealistic, but as someone who falls a lot, that was the most realistic part of the movie.
No, that's accurate and true. Oh, but back to what I was saying about Funko Pop. They didn't have Lucille Sharp, but they were like, oh, here's a random black ghost. Like, anybody cared about that.
What
we
is
don't even know her
There's
name.
like fucking random groceries and dolls and like blue sand.
Oh, I love him.
He's the guy that was just in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I cannot believe that he's not from Gossip Girl.
I need a
but he's
sweatshirt.
not.
Is he not?
No, he
looks
just
like-
looks like 2 people from Gossip Girl.
He
that
looks
you
a
see
little
them
like
from.
Chase Crawford.
He has
He looks like Chase Crawford and Ed Westwick had a
like
baby.
combined.
Yeah.
He has a CW face.
He does have a CW
He's got a
face.
very pretty face.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No, that's not pretty. That is a good definition of CW face.
He is a
You guys!
Oh, I
Yes.
wish he drink. First appearance.
Yeah!
I wish we could hear it.
I think we can or we'll be sued. But when he yells about life, I'm definitely turning it back up for a second. Yeah. So, like, first off, okay, remember that when this came out, when this movie came out a year ago, he was competing for the Oscar for Theory of Everything.
They like made him look old in this.
Well, we're all supposed to be old
Yeah.
right now. You've seen this movie. They're all old. Except for Doug Booth. He's like
Because
young
they have to
all
go
the
into
time.
human soup to get you.
I haven't watched this in forever.
How did you forget the intricate details?
Seriously.
Guys, I brought costume changes.
Oh my.
Did you say costume changes?
I did. I tried that Warby Parker thing. So I got 5 sets of glasses that I'm trying out to see if I'm going to get new glasses. I don't like this pair.
Save this for when Eddie Redmayne isn't on the screen.
You're right, fair.
And Douglas Booth.
Thomas Middleton is in Sense8 also. The Wachowskis like have their people that they work with over and over.
What happened to that show?
Sense8, it got renewed. I love that
really?
show. It is actually like legitimately
watch
like one of my
Yeah,
absolute favorite things I saw last year.
Shouldn't it have come back though? I feel like that was forever
No,
ago.
it came out like
Feel free to tweet
summer.
how you feel about these two. This is also, I'm running tests.
Kristy. Yeah, you look nerdy.
Right? I feel like they
And
need my
not
head
that
I
look
like
nerdy.
them.
Eh.
I like them, but I don't know how they compare to the others.
I don't think they suit my face.
Fill me up.
These are called Keen,
They all have cool
as in
names.
peachy. I think are they all named after authors? It seems like they're all named after authors.
I'm not sure, but it would be a very Warby Parkery thing to do. I feel like.
Right?
How much Prosecco are you
Whoa.
putting on?
Oh, I don't know.
The answer is
I
all
didn't give you a couple. It's the foam.
Oh my god, she has to get up at 4:45 in the morning.
You're the one that gets up at like 5 o'clock for fun.
I got up at
What? Are you
Never.
arguing over the 15 minutes?
No, I wake up at like 7.
For fun. That's like just
For fun, that's when I wake up. I don't set an alarm, I just wake up around 7. Unless
You
it's been
guys,
a real hard
Kristy's
day.
morning people. She's pretending like she's not, but she's morning
Look,
people.
there's a difference between morning people and waking up at 4:45 in the morning to clean toilets. Like, I am not that morning. I also
Are you
don't clean
morning
toilets.
people?
I did it like once. And
I
then
got up
stopped
at 5:30 for Toy Fair today.
No, I know, but are you morning people in general?
No, not naturally, except that I make myself go to the gym at that time, at about that time.
Alright, you guys, we need to pay more attention to the movie. Actually, no, now's a good time to model your glasses because she's just fucking cleaning. We don't
Right,
care about
she
that.
is just
Alright,
cleaning.
model your
So
glasses.
look at these guys. These are called Sibley. I like them, but I'm worried because I can actually see all of them.
I like
She
the
hates
other
her
ones
life.
It's
better.
distracting. I would hate her life too.
Well, she has to get up at 4:45.
My
Oh, you guys!
Here he is.
It's, what is it?
Kane.
Kane Wise! That's his name!
Is it really?
Yes! I'm gonna look it up on IMDb. I think that's his actual
God.
name. Well,
There's Una Bay with
she's
her.
also in Cloud Atlas.
The Wachowskis also have a thing for like dreadlocks on not black people.
Not coincidentally, that is what one of them looks like
Yeah.
in person.
Like Lana rocks the pink dreadlocks.
Yes, it's Lana, not the other one. The other one is bald, I think, right?
Yeah. What was his name?
Andy.
Andy.
Did she ever serve a purpose in this movie?
Duna Bay?
Yeah.
No.
She's just a.
They had to have
It's like a
someone.
little flair.
Yeah.
You know what it is that it's you don't get Wachowski bingo until someone shows up with dreadlocks and bright colors.
That's
in
what we
them.
should be doing right now. We should be playing bingo.
Oh, he's using his like magic door opener thing. Oh god, this
Oh, he has feathers for facial hair.
and for head hair. He has feathers for head hair.
Yeah, this is okay. So I watch Sci-Fi's Face Off a lot, and I feel like that is a look that would get them clocked on the runway. Like, it's an interesting idea, but it's kind of boring.
It would look better if it was better lit, but you know, just in general, this is. I mean, later on, Gugu Mbatha-Raw shows up with mouse ears, so it's that kind of movie. It's just.
Oh, that's right. And there's like a part elephant man. I'm gonna dig into some fun facts. Let me look. Go ahead, do your thing.
Contracts.
Oh, there's so much paperwork in this movie. I forgot.
But he's not here with them. He's sniffing them for yes. In case you don't understand what
Because
sniffing
he has
is,
more.
we do
He has more in common with a dog than he does
To
with
be
us.
clear, we genuinely enjoy this movie. I'm gonna say for the same reason I enjoy a lot of movies that are just you're just like, what? What? Like, someone explained this movie in enough detail that someone was like, yes, I will spend hundreds of millions of dollars on this. Like,
I honestly, okay, so I just finished saying how much I love Sense8 and Cloud Atlas and just how much I love the Wachowskis even when they're at their weirdest. I cannot believe people keep giving them money.
yeah, no, I don't know.
Like, even if
I'm
it's
glad
like,
they do.
ooh.
But as an
Why?
investor, like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
The space
God.
rollerblades.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I know stuff about these.
Oh.
So, number one, they are just rollerblades.
Yep.
And then they CGI'd out the wheels underneath.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be space rollerblades.
Two. Yes, true. Two, a lot of these scenes where he is space rollerblading around. Oh, wow.
That would
amazing.
explain a lot.
Were shot in green screen. Obviously not this. We actually saw that footage leaked online like ages ago. But they were shot like in a green screen area, and he was hooked up to wires to help him make turns and pull him around. He was going up to 4.5 miles an hour in the rollerblades, and he had to go off like jumps and all this kind of stuff. Two, Channing Tatum had never rollerbladed before. So, they hired, like, professional rollerbladers, or at least very good rollerbladers. I don't really understand what being a professional rollerblader means. That's not a judgment. It's just not my world. So they hired two guys to like, train him and to occasionally be him. I have their names. One sec. I did research, guys. I did research.
I just want to talk about, though, that, like, when you think about ways to travel through air without touching the ground to go,
Yes.
like, space rollerblade seems like the least, like, it just seems like it'd be really hard
Yeah.
to
It's
do.
a lot of effort.
It just wouldn't make any sense. Like, and he still has to, like, move his legs in the air, but, like,
Yeah.
now they're not moving against any, like,
Oh God, here's an
it doesn't
owl
make
man.
sense. Oh,
I
that's
forget about all the
right.
creatures in this.
I did too.
Forget.
Okay, so the vert skater was Tag Chris.
What's a vert skater?
I think
A virtual
Oh,
skater.
vertical.
Yeah, I think it's vertical.
Oh, it's
Because
VR.
I saw that he jumped off like the Eiffel Tower onto a ramp or something. I didn't totally follow
That's
that.
normal.
Sure. And
Jupiter.
inline skaters.
Drink every
portion-
time we see
Drink every
Jupiter.
time we see Jupiter, like the planet. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is gonna get bad.
Cat.
We haven't even started.
Yes! Here's his rejuvenation in front of Jupiter.
Is this Eddie Redmayne? So my theory about Theory of Everything, which he did not deserve to win an Oscar for, is that it was a preemptive makeup Oscar for the fact that we all knew he wasn't going to win for Jupiter Ascending. That's how I make myself feel better about it.
You know, I do appreciate that. I feel like, God damn it, I feel like this performance is eternal because.
Okay, I'm not even kidding when I say that this is like my favorite Eddie Redmayne performance, and I think that it's leaps and bounds, like space roller skate leaps and bounds above like the stuff that gets him the awards. It's so weird and unusual and like something that no one else could really do in quite the same way. Which like as you know, as technically perfect as his other things are, nothing.
I don't think I'm praising it in the same way that you guys are.
I
think this is overacting to the point of being absolutely hilarious.
No, he's eating the scenery.
Look at him. Put that costume on him and is like, this looks good.
It does look good.
He looks like he has like a double neck. That is like stretching his head off of his body.
Because he's so apart from humanity. Like
what is that guy supposed to be?
I think he's
a rat.
A mouse.
A mouse? Okay. He's aware
I believe Titus aware of the reoccurrence.
They have to say it like him. He's aware of the recurrence.
Right. Yeah, I feel like he was really auditioning for Batman in this.
I'm gonna do a whisper and everyone's gonna be super
Do it. And then occasionally yells because Batman does that. This guy, who plays the giant lizard man, studied Komodo dragons and how they move for this motion capture performance.
That's nice.
His wingspan is 20 feet.
Nice.
Did a lot of research, guys.
This makes me so happy.
You at home, drink every time I brag about the research I did today.
This makes me happy because do you remember when we went to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 set visit and then we said, did you study turtles for movement? And they said, no.
Yeah.
So I'm glad somebody
I wasn't even there when I knew that.
Warby Parker.
Yeah. Alright, then we read...
Warby Parker isn't sponsoring us, but if you'd like to. Oh, right. Yeah, and her, like, now, does she work for this woman? Is she a friend?
No, she's her cleaning lady, but they're like friendly, and then this woman is freaking out because she's like gonna go on a date, and
Her panty game is good. Those are good panties. They're cute.
They match her bra. I mean, who in real life really like...
But also, like, the floral pattern that's like, I don't have pubic hair, I have flowers. Like, it's kind of pretty.
She is already, like, she is literally about to go on a date, so this isn't actually for Jupiter. This
Well,
is
I didn't
for
say she was... Yeah.
Her man.
But I bet that she thinks her and Jupiter are friends.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
like you
Jupiter
know,
Ascending is
her
all
and the
about
help
class
are super.
differences.
Yeah.
No,
Jupes, we're totally friends, right? I call you Jupe because we're friends. Hashtag call me Jupe. Just it? Alright, fine.
You're on
You
a
can't
roll.
throw shade on people for calling her Jupe when you're going around calling her Jupe, Kristy.
I'm gonna just start going by Jupe. Do we, like...
Is it like weird that her cleaning lady knows her closet so well? Like, I get, like, okay, occasionally she might put away some stuff, but she's just, like, she knows, like, all the labels.
I
she, like,
forgot about
knows off
this.
everything this girl owns. It's weird. Oh, this happened.
I totally forgot these alien guys.
There's so much in this movie, it's so easy to forget.
Oh, there's a...
Oh, and then she takes a picture.
And it's not the picture that gets her caught, it's the fact that her mom calls because, like, one cliche is not enough, let's do two. Oh, my.
Oh, no, thank you. Cat.
Your ticket for Zoolander 2 is in the back of your phone.
Well, I lose my ticket every single time I go to the theater, and they give me my ticket, but like somewhere between when I get my ticket and when you have to show it to the person, I manage to lose it.
So now you're just always prepared to see Zoolander 2?
No, I'm saying I put tickets in my phone now, so I don't
Is
lose
it
them.
easy to do?
Yeah, you just snap it out.
Oh, not mine. My case is never coming off.
See? Alright.
Oh,
Now you can go see Zoolander 2.
I literally
if
can't
you
take this
travel
case
back in time.
off. I have attempted on occasion. It's just not gonna happen.
I used to have a Star Wars one, which was probably less embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I'm judging you.
You would think that, like, I've been going to movies since I was a child. Like, I go to, like, you know, dozens, if not hundreds of movies a year.
right. And then there's this whole thing about how she's gonna sell her eggs.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Man, this movie... Okay, so the script was at some point 600 pages long.
Yup.
Which, totally. I actually feel like that's why this movie makes no sense, because I have a feeling that the Wachowskis keep writing and keep writing and keep writing and keep writing, and then, like, it's like... And I feel like all of us will be able to relate to this on some level, where you write a draft of something, you write a draft of something, and by the time you're done, like, proofing it, even if you took something out that is crucial, it's still in your head, so you're like, this still makes sense. And then your editor's like, I have no idea how this sentence and this sentence have anything to do with each other. You're like, oh, right, because I never explained why bees would understand royalty.
No, they do explain why bees will understand royalty. It's just, they just do. They're bees. They have a queen bee. That's like their thing. They like queens. Obviously.
I mean, I get that. I understand that her selling her eggs is to tie into the eventual plot.
But the only
of
reason she
Orchard
wants to
Star.
sell her eggs, it's not that she doesn't want like a better life rate. She just wants to buy a telescope.
It's so, yeah, it's so
Have
like
you
low
ever went to
stakes.
the telescope?
Like a $8,000 gold telescope? No, not really.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, also, like, I grew up, like, in a small town in Pennsylvania where the stars are just gigantic because, like, you know, there's no light noise from
What city do they live in? Is it Chicago?
Chicago.
I didn't live in Times Square all my life. You know, I had a childhood on Long Island with stars.
I wasn't implying that you didn't want to live in, but I was saying, like,
But I didn't have a childhood with stars.
yep, Perri
It's
doesn't,
fucked up.
Perri doesn't believe in stars. I don't know what we're going at. No, but I mean, like, because I can see some stars in Queens, but in Manhattan I can't see stars.
Look at all her cleaning
It's
products.
a $4,000 used telescope.
Oh, wow.
on eBay. Well, we're cleaning.
I
Also,
guess.
it annoys me that her cousin's getting like a large cut of this money. He's like, I set this up. Like, it's not a back alley deal.
No.
Gross.
Well, she's asking about it right now. And his answer is,
That's
that's
capitalism.
capitalism, babe. Shit rolls downhill, profits flow up. He explained it, Kristy.
That's
You
true.
weren't paying attention.
What he meant was, I am a white man, and therefore I'm entitled to make decisions about your body and your money.
Do people actually hang extension cords like that? Like
I've-
her cord was like dangling.
Juice does. I mean, really, that's going to be the thing about Jupiter sending that. You're like, that's just not believable. I just don't buy that people
It'd
hang
actually
those.
be really useful. I mean, maybe I should do that by my desk so I don't have to crawl under it. to
And
plug
now you're
things
going to
in.
take ideas from
Right.
Oh, and then the
Instagram
it's like,
that.
just keep the. They let her keep the thing.
And she's not showing anyone.
Fulfill the dreams of women across America. Oh, right, and then this feels like a weird probing scene because they make it seem like that. It's
Yep.
very strange. Like, the movie seems weirdly down on women, like, selling their eggs.
Based on Sense8, I think the Wachowskis don't trust the medical establishment very much.
I didn't end up watching Sense8 yet.
Well, I have, and then I'm watching it a second time because I genuinely love it so much. But it's also kind of a shit show.
Yeah, I feel like we're witness to deep conversations that the Wachowskis have. I'm assuming literally all day. Like, I'm assuming that they are just, you know, chatting to each other either in person. These are my third pair.
They're cute. I like those.
These are, I can't read what they're called.
Oh!
God.
Channing Tatum showed up to kill the
yeah.
doctor aliens, and you were.
See, so these remind me of the aliens from Arrival. Does anybody remember The Arrival? It was a Charlie Sheen movie.
Nope.
Yeah, that's...
Is that a fun fact? Do we have to drink now?
That's not a fun fact. It's just a thing I watched in the 2000s. If anybody knows when The Arrival came out, I'm not actually going to check that because no one cares. I do have more information about Channing Tatum's costume.
Okay.
Here, I'll make this one a question. What part of Channing Tatum's costume did he decide to keep as a souvenir?
Is it the ears?
It is the ears. His prosthetic sort of wolf ears.
Channing and I are like this. Like we understand each other.
This is not so much a question, it's just a ridiculous
Eddie
fact.
Redmayne.
Robin B.
Oh, no,
the
Douglas
smooth.
I
Having
saw
a space
Space
orgy.
Ship, I assumed it was.
What would an orgy look like in Zero G? The answer
Oh,
is
there's
surprisingly
Uma
mundane.
Barbara, who I just saw in Beyond the Lights, where she did not have giant mouse
Her
ears.
ears move.
I forgot that she had giant, terrible ears in this.
I literally told you like 20 minutes ago.
You did, and I already decided to strike it from my memory. Ugh. And like, are we supposed to think it's exciting that that woman has feathers up and down her arms? That would not, I'm not into it.
I don't think we're supposed to think it's exciting. They're just all like weird alien hybrid creatures.
Well, but I mean, it's supposed to be like an orgy scene, right? So the audience is supposed to be like, ooh, imagine being in space and lots of women who are part bird. Like, I don't...
That's what they're into. That's like one of the less weird things that they're into.
That's, well, I mean, this movie's
Okay, we're in a, okay, this is a movie where, spoiler alert, the human character makes out with a guy who says, I'm genetically mostly dog, and she's like, oh, it's fine, I love dogs, I've always loved dogs. So, yeah, I think you're supposed to think it's fine that Douglas Booth, a fucking, like, weird alien royalty dude, is banging several chicks with feathers.
Have we ever gotten confirmed that her costume is supposed to be inspired by the Wizard of Oz, or is that just something I'm assuming?
Oh, I never thought of that.
I feel like her
thought of
dress.
that
I
either.
can see that.
I feel like it's a nod.
Sure, why not?
We're gonna say that's a
I
fun
feel
fact.
like the Wachaskies have probably seen The Wizard of Oz, so yeah.
So, another fun fact about Channing Tatum. He had to wear a mouthpiece to make his lower lip protrude so he would look more wolf-like. It didn't allow him to close his mouth, and it also made him speak funny.
I love
It was-
that.
yeah.
I
That's
think this
necessary.
is just like Winter's Tale, where what I love about it is how much effort went into, like, just every
Making
detail
bad
of
decisions.
this.
You know what's funny is another movie that came out the same month as this was Seventh Son, which everyone's already forgotten, with Julianne Moore and Jeff Bridges. And in that movie, Jeff Bridges decided because he was playing a super old knight, his teeth should be super jacked up. So he was like, we need like really bad looking teeth for me. And they were like, okay, sure. So they gave him these terrible
That's what I'm
teeth.
good for.
And they were so big in his mouth that he couldn't speak properly with them. But he was like, I'm just going to soldier through. So he just garbles the whole way through the movie. Fun fact, you can't even see the teeth because the hairpiece they gave him for a mustache covers his whole mouth. This is how movies get made, people.
Sad Jupe.
Sad Jew. Also, like, I gotta say, her eyelash game is incredibly on point. Like, she left the apartment today thinking, I'm gonna clean some toilets, I'm gonna get my eggs taken, and she still was like, I'm gonna get my mascara out to here.
She looks like she has like falsies on. She's got like eyeliner and
When you
eyeshadow.
leave the doctor's office, no matter what kind of doctor it is, you don't look like that.
Yeah.
I do.
You're a lucky one then.
Hey, it's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, so we're back with,
He crazy.
let me, like,
No, I love that they have this shot of him like with where you can see his abs and stuff. Eddie Redmayne worked hard for this, you guys.
I feel like an untapped element of Hamilton fan.
Yes!
I'm sorry we missed it. It scared the shit out of Dewey. For those who are timed well to us, that was the part where Eddie Redmayne was just like,
No, he said, is that the one where it says I create life?
no, not yet.
Part.
He just like panicked and
We
left.
scared the shit out of Dewey. Dewey's left the building.
Oh, he was so comfy.
These were
One of my
like
favorite things about this
Closer
movie
than
is how just like weirdly chill Jupiter is about what's happening.
Yeah. Well, that's actually, yeah, that was like a big criticism, and I think rightly, of the movie, is that, like, she seems so underwhelmed. They're like, well, here's the thing. You're actually a genetic anomaly that's exactly like our mom, so now you own Earth. And she's like,
Not just Earth, like the universe, practically.
I thought it was just Earth.
It's not just Earth, she owns a lot of planets. I think, right? Which one is it? She owns a lot of stuff.
Someday we'll
She
have to
definitely
uncheck
owns
it,
Earth.
and we'll actually be able to listen to this movie at the same time. But guys, like, it took us a while to figure out the live stream, so baby steps. Oh, so, okay. Do you guys know who else auditioned for, well, I don't know if they auditioned, but two other actresses that were considered for Jupiter Jones before Mila Kunis signed on?
Can you give us a hint?
Yes.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman is correct.
I actually remember
Damn
when
it.
she was. I remember when she was actually being considered for this because this project was in, in development for a long time.
Yeah, I think she was actually originally cast, and then
Wow.
it says she backed out for reasons we don't know.
Give,
but we
give
also
us a
know
hint.
The
She
second one-
got pregnant at some point. So
The
that's
second one is an Oscar nominee this year for Best Supporting Actress.
Alicia Vikander?
No. Rooney Mara.
It was Rooney Mara.
I suck at this game.
But Rooney Mara went and did Pan.
I can see Natalie Portman doing it more than Rooney
So I
Mara
guess
doing
they're
it.
even.
Yeah.
I was so
Both of them
glad
made a
that
shit
it
movie
really-
last year.
I'm
This
so
one's
glad
at
it
least
didn't
more
really
fun than
like
Pan.
this.
Pan was bonkers.
I never
but
even
not
saw
fun.
Pan.
No, there's no reason. Oh, also fun fact, Natalie Portman was also cast in Cloud Atlas and dropped out.
Yep. Natalie Portman has been like buddies with them since V for Vendetta.
Right.
That's
that
why
was the
she's friends
thing.
with them.
Oh man. I wonder if they have conversations about no one getting them.
Yeah,
All the
100%.
time. All the time.
I mean, I'm not saying this from like personal experience. I've never talked to them.
I
But
bet.
like, come on, you're making these movies. You're not just sitting around having conversations about. I'm so glad the world gets us.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh man.
God, the roller skates were such a bad idea.
They look so. It really
It just makes flying so not cool.
I know that like jetpacks make less sense the more you think about them, but space rollerblades make even
That's
less
why this
sense.
is a movie, though. It's also like what looks cooler, flying with a jetpack or skating through midair.
So not skating.
Definitely not.
Let's see. There was something.
It looks like a Skechers ad because they keep like literally highlighting his shoes. So it looks like it's like
It's
just
like I
little
picture
shoes
him wearing
Skechers
those like wheelies that kids
Right?
like go around.
combined with
on.
those like light up shoes that like you
With
have light
LA
up shoes in
gear,
your-
yeah.
Oh, LA Gear. LA Gear should have done a pair that looked like those.
I don't think LA Gear is still around. Light up
Are
shoes
they-
are still a thing though. I still see kids with those.
Yeah, that's true.
I used to love LA
So
gears.
this scene, it took them 8 months of planning to figure out between the aerial work, they did some test stuff in a real location, though not this real location, and then they shot this for 2 weeks in Chicago with actual stunt doubles dangling from helicopters.
That was worth it. No.
So bonkers.
That's what's so great about this.
Yeah.
I mean, and like as much as we like to tease them for how crazy these ideas are, like
Yeah.
how much do you admire them for sticking to their convictions and be like, no, we're gonna go with the space beast. And
Yeah.
people are like, are you sure? They're like, no, we're pretty sure. We're gonna
That's
go
what I'm
with the space
saying.
beast.
Like, I admire that they take big risks. Like, no, a lot of them
Well,
do not pay off.
This in particular is pretty poorly shot. Like this scene needed a shot from like the side, not a shot looking dead on in their faces. If you saw it from the side and compared to the backdrop of the city, it might have been a little more exciting.
You would think they'd, you know, they're good at shooting action usually.
I don't think this scene in
Any more
particular.
white?
That's pretty.
That's pretty. It's like been like. It's been Dawn for like ever now, I feel like.
I'm trying to think of
How
any
much
other
time has
action movie
passed?
set in Chicago, though. I don't know.
What?
Like, that's something different. An action movie shot in Chicago?
Yeah, what's the movie that
Transformers
destroyed?
is set in
Yeah.
Chicago.
And
Oh.
destroyed Chicago.
Yeah, no, they're ripping off of Michael Bay. Is
That's
what
true.
I'm saying here.
I have a superpower where I'm able to forget a Transformers movie as soon as it's over.
don't
I
think
wish
it's a
I had that
superpower. I think it's a
superpower.
regular power.
No, I think that's a superpower. I wish I had it.
You know, when they were like, oh, we're going to get Transformers 5, 6, and 7, my first thought was, we'll get 3 other Michael Bay movies then, because it seems like every time he does a Transformers, then he
He's
does
got to
something
like
else.
cleanse his
No,
palate.
but these are back to back to back. He's not shooting all 3 of them. He's
Oh,
definitely
okay.
shooting the next one, but he's not doing 6 or 7. And 6 is a Bumblebee spinoff.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
I didn't read that. That's weird.
Yeah, I
No,
covered news.
I don't want any part of that.
Yeah, well,
I cover news,
I
but I
think
get to cover
that
real
sounds-
bonkers weird
That
ideas.
sounds better to me though, a Bumblebee spinoff or someone else directing. Maybe it'll be like Deadpool, like a little more like focused.
Except Bumblebee
and-
has no personality. This action scene is still happening, guys. The sun somehow still hasn't come up.
Well, that was the other thing. It said that they shot from 5:15 in the morning to 5:45 in the morning because they specifically wanted when the skyline looks like this.
Oh,
So they did
nice,
it
but
for 2
just-
weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming shooting plates and stuff. I mean, you can't shoot an
She's
action
falling.
scene.
Maybe that first scene of Mila Kunis waking up at 4:45 wasn't even like for
Yeah.
the movie. It was
That was just a
actually
call
Mila
time.
Kunis waking up at 4:45.
Mila, we have to put 6 pairs of eyelashes on you. Get over here.
At least she doesn't have to wear prosthetic ears and a
Ugh.
jaw.
Can you imagine how much time he must have spent in makeup? And then he gets it done and they're like, okay, this is what you look like.
So I guess that's when the rollerblade shoes come in handy, when he's got to land on the ground.
But he's still off the ground. He never touches
like he
the
hovers,
ground in
yeah.
the rollerblade shoes. He can stop anytime and anywhere he wants.
Quiet morning in Chicago.
Why, if you have those shoes already, why do you also need to like skate like this? Like, can't you just, you know, we might have stumbled into war. Oh, this is the part that makes me really mad.
I don't care who they are. You can't just blow up a bunch of buildings and
That's
get
not
away with
why.
it.
Those buildings will be rebuilt tonight.
That's impossible.
Take a look. Is that his line?
Mm-hmm.
What? Holy crap. But a bunch of people saw what happened. They can't cover that up.
You have a picture of a keeper on your phone you can't remember taking,
Here's the
can
thing.
you?
They wiped her memory but didn't think to delete the
The
photos
phone.
on her iPhone?
Look, everyone has an off
If
day.
this movie would have been said a year later, she would have Instagrammed it by now.
Yeah, seriously. No, Instagram existed when this movie came out. She would have Instagrammed it by now, like,
Well, she doesn't appear to have any friends, so I don't actually believe that she would know Instagram exists.
She actually doesn't have any friends. That's right.
Yeah, she like hangs out with her dirtbag cousin, her mom, and like her client who's like, Jupiter.
You're my best friend, pick my clothes.
Yeah.
Jupiter, which dress that costs more than your annual salary should I wear to my date?
Jupiter, I'm doing the master cleanse. You should totally do it. We all know that girl.
Kill her.
Oh my god. Let's just enact this whole movie. Dewey is trying so hard to be disruptive. He is sitting on the highest point under the TV, attempting to block the TV and failing. Deal with that, cat.
Eddie Redmayne.
Yep.
Oh, that's so gross. Like, okay, so like, some people will call this performance bad.
Eddie's? Many people have. They're wrong, but many people have.
He goes for something that is beyond our concept of what acting is, and that I admire.
Well, it's just like the Wachowskis. Like, you're like, it's not good in a conventional sense.
Yeah.
But I admire you for having the balls to just go
God.
for it.
Look at those facial expressions.
Dewey's or Eddie Redmayne's?
A little of both.
Just also like, oh god, why is he blonde? I don't know.
I thought it was like gray hair because he's old.
That's
No,
a
no,
pretty
I
shot.
mean, Channing Tatum. Like they were like, oh,
I
I
know
know.
they're the gray dogs. Wolves are gray. He's wolf.
Is his hair gray? It looks like it's like a weird corn husk color.
Wolves come in all colors, Kristy. I don't know what you want from me.
So then why not a less terrible looking color? Like, I don't understand. We were on the same page with Unbreakable, and they're like, we're gonna dye his hair so it looks so black it looks like doll's hair. But like,
Transformer shot.
this
Any
is a
Transformer shot.
or just any opening to a Super Bowl ad about cars.
Alright, so this is the part that makes me mad. I saw this on TV again.
Which
the other
character do
day.
you want to play?
No, there's a specific
Oh.
reason why this
Oh,
makes
right.
me
So
mad.
he's wounded, and she does this thing where she pulls.
No, 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 we're gonna watch it. Yeah, she's very excited that a woman owns this car because she can put a pad on it, but she puts it on the wrong way. She puts the adhesive side on his open, gaping, bleeding wound. It
Yeah.
makes me so mad because you're like, you were so close to that making
Yeah.
sense. You were like so close to that making sense, and you know, like first of all, it's common sense. Even if you're a guy that's never touched like a menstrual pad before, you look at it and you're like, well, one of these clearly is
One
the
of
side
these
that
sides is
soaks up the
absorbent,
liquid,
yeah.
and one of them is a sticky side. Me like
You
you
know the
have to
discussion,
assume
though.
knows pads.
The
And it
post-
was probably like, you guys know this is like incorrect,
And the
right?
post-production discussion was, do you think anyone will ever notice? And like, no.
Yeah. They're like, no, half of the movie going audience is female,
That is
and every
true.
single person that comes
But
to this
also,
movie has seen
why
a menstrual
didn't
pad
even-
ads.
Why didn't even Mila Kunis go? Hang on a second,
That's
guys.
what I was saying. You know that she has some, as a woman, you assume she must have some experience with pads.
Even
and be like,
Even if
"You
she's
guys
only been a
know this is
Tampax
wrong."
girl her entire life, like there's only a certain amount of rationale you need to figure out in
His
this.
hair is dirty blonde.
Yeah,
It's not
right.
gray.
You're right. All right.
So the
and then-
tattoos, were they to cover his real tattoos or because they were like tattoos are spacey?
probably tattoos are spacey.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't
it's not like
those.
Duna Bay had those like blue dreadlocks to cover her real dreadlocks, so.
I hope that's why. I hope she showed up and she's like, this is me now, you can't change it. And they were like, oh, we'll just add to it.
Look at Dewey. Like, what is that?
Dewey looks like Eddie Redmayne.
He is. He's impersonating Eddie Redmayne. That's clearly
Dewey
what's
is doing
happening.
the best Eddie Redmayne.
I'm going to zoom in. We'll share this with you guys on Instagram because I'm not Mila Kunis.
He's like falling asleep
He's doing Eddie
Dude.
on the
Redmayne.
DVD wire.
He's doing that thing where he like elongates his neck and squints and looks vaguely angry, just
And
like
there's
Eddie
tears.
Redmayne.
He doesn't have tears in his eyes, though.
That will be my hashtag. No, well, that's too long. I can't handle that.
That's what she said. I'm sorry.
That was a
that
good
was
one.
too good.
I'm
I genuinely
genuinely
thought.
hoping my mom isn't watching this. She's probably not. My mom has a much more exciting social life than me. She's probably out living it
Yes,
up.
because you were clearly talking about an actual penis.
Angie Hahn, hater of
so much
subtext. I saw myself take a picture. Why are you not showing up? Yeah, that one.
There are
Oh yeah, and
too
then the
many
bees are
bees.
bothering her. But you know what? It's okay. They're not
bees
gonna
would
sting her. You
bother
know
her.
why, Kristy? Why? Because bees can detect royalty. This is the part that, like, every time I think about this movie, it just
This
makes me
is very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it does
Really?
make me uncomfortable. And
Do you
didn't we see?
think the bees are dentists?
And didn't we see this in 3D?
Yes.
No, I don't like.
So,
I don't like
as fucked
bees
up
or
as Perry's
the
movie
dentist.
prefers her movies, like she loved the gorier the better and all that stuff, Perry's afraid of bees.
Sean Bean is so excited that his bee collection is in the Mila Kunis.
Why does he have a bee collection?
He just does.
Why does
This
anything
isn't-
anything?
Yeah, seriously, why anything in this movie?
But wasn't there a purpose to it?
There's a girl, his Sean Bean's daughter, who is in this scene, and then she leaves to get like orange juice, and then never shows up again.
Yeah.
Is never mentioned again by anyone.
Well, no, I think they mentioned her occasionally, just like, I have a daughter. You're like, no, we saw her for 10 seconds, so it's good that you guys cast that role.
My cat.
Do you want Instagram approval? Is that what's happening?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, and
He's
then
a bit
you
of a
find out
diva
that he
with
used to
that.
have wings.
Which filter are we preferring doing?
Alright, so this is
Look,
the
he's
part
actually
where...
like sitting down to assess. Doing.
He's trying to act like he's above it, but he's
This
still
is the part where he rips off the thing, and I wince every time because he's ripping it off the adhesive side.
Is it?
Why?
And is it on the same side?
Yes!
That's fine.
And the thing is, it's soaked through with blood, and you're like, how
But
is
it's
that
okay because he has a
possible?
magical spray to fix his wound.
Maybe they have different kinds of menstrual pads.
Why
in
didn't he just
Chicago.
spray that shit on his back when he got his wings ripped off?
I don't know. Can you imagine being the actress reading the script and trying to figure out, like, just make any sense of it?
I create life.
He says, oh, these are genetically designed to recognize royalty. See?
Because that'd be
They
a
do
good thing to
explain
just
it.
have around the house.
Fine, that was not my best example for parts of this movie that don't make sense. The B part totally holds up.
Hi.
Hi.
Bees aren't like humans. They don't question or doubt. Bees don't lie. Oh, I forgot that was the
Cell phone
actual
ringing.
line in the movie. It's when he says, bees don't lie.
Man, that's up there with I've got a chicken.
Oh, he probably has a chicken.
He probably
I was
does.
impressed.
I don't know if you could keep bees and chickens.
Why?
The bees would sting the chickens.
Not if they were chicken royalty.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
That's why he has the bees.
That's
so he
just
can
science.
breed chickens.
You guys, I don't think our version of Jupiter Ascending makes any more sense than the original version of Jupiter Ascending.
Is that what we're doing here? I've just been looking up fun facts. Oh, God.
This is one of
That
our
is a good
favorites.
game. I own that game, and I'm forgetting what it's
Game?
called now.
Alright, well, it can't be that good of a game.
That's a fighting game. I'm not good at this. I get into fighting games like 6 years after everyone else because it's actually very savvy. I act like I do it on purpose so they're cheaper, but it's really just because I don't really care, and then all of a sudden I get obsessed. So wait, they made the money though. Oh no, they didn't make it. Okay.
He thinks
He
they made it, so
assumes.
he already spent it.
Right.
And then he gets mad because he realizes that she didn't actually do it.
What is he eating to get that much dust on his crotch?
Who is that
Peanuts!
actor?
He's eating peanuts.
Gross.
Who is that actor?
I don't know.
Eddie Redmayne?
I don't have fun facts about him.
We'll
Fail.
find some. Jupe! Jupe!
It's such an old school joke to spend money buying a Roomba.
Yeah.
I want a Roomba now. Are you saying they're out of date? I shouldn't get a Roomba?
Yeah, I'm
Totally
advising you
over.
against that. I don't think Roomba's going to
Totally
be.
2004.
They're not going to be sponsoring our podcast anytime soon.
Oh, Warby Parker!
Yeah.
Why do the bees have to be in his house?
When you have that many bees, you can't keep them all out. Most of
Well,
them
like,
live outside.
But like the whole purpose was.
These are kind of gigantic.
Huh.
Let me say.
I like the
I like the other ones
better.
you got on better.
Problem is, I like my old ones, but they're starting to fall apart.
How do you like my new accessory? Just look it on me.
Oh, I was watching TV the other day and they were talking about the new thing for spring is the invisible tie, which made me furious. It's not a thing. This is bullshit.
What the fuck is that?
It means when a guy buttons his shirt up the whole way and doesn't wear a tie.
That's not new.
That's also
People
not
have
a
been doing
thing.
that forever.
You don't call it an invisible tie. You're just not wearing a tie. It made me really angry. And then they're like, it was on the Today Show.
Oh, of course it was.
And then, just assume if I'm not citing something, it was from today. And then they're like, and she's wearing a belt bag. No, fanny pack. It was a cute fanny pack.
I have a belt bag.
I'm wearing an invisible belt bag.
There's a very
right
big
now.
difference between a belt bag and a fanny pack. Fanny packs are like,
Wait, you're being serious?
yeah, they're like, you know, those like
Tweet call me at Jupe. Or
they're
hashtag call me
like
at Jupe.
neon colors and that material, whereas belt bags are made to look like belts and then have like a little pouch off to the
This was
side.
full on a
that's
purse that
very
she had
good.
on her hip.
Remind me to show you my belt bag because it's in my closet and
Go get it.
he's in
Fine, the
position.
second he gets up,
Fine.
we'll get
Yeah,
I'll
we're,
get my belt bag.
we're resolving this on the air.
All right.
You want to see
All
my
right.
invisible belt bag?
You like it?
It's pretty, right?
It was just like, they're like, this is a belt bag, and he's rocking an invisible tie, and I was like, come on with this. And they, like, guys, this is what I watched today. I have a lot of feelings when I watch
You
today.
guys, it's kind of a forbidden love because he was just like, Kane has a thing about royals. He doesn't get along with them. He's like,
But
"Jupiter,
they
you're
never
royal."
explain that. They kept it like I feel like they say like, oh, he attacked someone, but I kept thinking we were gonna get some really juicy story, and then there was like, yeah, he got like, oh, he found somebody.
There are those ears that he kept.
Yep.
Do you want? I like to think that Jenna Dew and Tatum just enjoys them. Just like is like sometimes she's like Channing.
Go
Put
put
your
your
ears
ears
on.
Oh God, I hope not.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope their sex life is more interesting than that, frankly.
Whoa! What are you doing with your sex life that it's more interesting than that? Judging much? Whoa! And then there was an awkward silence.
Someone was making biscuits. He was.
What the hell does that mean?
It
Farting?
means no. It means when they're like kneading like this.
Oh, I was like, what? Making biscuits.
We're talking about the cat, by the way. If you're not watching and you're just listening, not about something that happened to you or something.
Never heard that before. I thought you were being like, I thought that was like a Long Island term for farting, and I was like, in what world does that make sense?
Sounds like it could be, but
Like,
it's not.
Oh, that was terrible.
I thought it was like a colloquial thing. I didn't understand.
No.
They're explaining. This is where he explains what happened to the dinosaurs, you guys.
Oh, by the way, I went to the American Museum of Natural History where they have that massive new Saurosaurus, whatever they're calling it, Titansaurus. It's very cool. If you're in New York, I recommend going to see it. It's gigantic and huge, and it makes the world seem incredible.
Damn budget cuts. Here's a line. Damn budget cuts.
Are you talking about dinosaurs? Wait, are you saying your people killed the dinosaurs?
Technically, they're your people, Majesty.
Just what with these? This is like the end of Slow West.
I don't remember anyone with feather hair in Slow West.
No, they're like creeping through a field.
She's
like,
not hiding for
She's
anything.
not hiding
though.
for it. Yeah, they were gonna be stealthy. They were all trying to be sneaky, and then Duna Bay was like, "Fuck you, bitches!
Oh,
I'm
now
fucking
she's
riding
stealth.
on my
her invisible jet.
yeah. Oh, just like her invisible necktie. It matches. That's nice.
Oh, I bet they're all wearing invisible neckties in this movie. They were a year ahead the trend.
That's the big plan.
Yeah. That's
It
where
just-
we should find
Here's the
out.
thing, when they finally get to
And
space, this movie has like an interesting look and stuff. But like on Earth,
Why
everyone's
does
just
he not
dressed
have
like
his shirt on? Not that I have a problem with it. Oh, because he ripped the pad off.
Yeah.
I thought it was because he's
Forgot
Channing
about
Tatum,
that.
and Channing Tatum was like, "You didn't seriously hire me to wear a shirt the whole time, did you?"
But he's not like superhero work. He's very good looking and stuff, but it's not like it's the kind of
Okay,
if you
fine.
put if you put Captain America's suit on him, he would look superhero good looking.
True.
I mean, okay,
It's just because he has fucking dog ears on right now.
I'm just saying he's
I
very
mean,
good looking
look at
and he's
Shrek.
ripped and all that stuff. But like he's not like defined in the way that people typically are when they show off a guy being shirtless this much. Like think of like
He's been
G.I.
in a lot
Joe
of
Retaliation or even Deadpool.
what
Is
was
that her running?
Is who running?
She's just like running, like
Jupes?
weird. She was just like dancing around.
Oh, she
bees
gonna
and not
stick the
running.
bees on them? Oh, she is! Oh, why did nobody be like Jupiter? You know how you can like sting people a gazillion times with bees? Why don't you just do that? Why didn't they say
Cute
that
Nick
earlier?
Cage Wicker Man gif.
Yeah. Oh, this would be Nick Cage's worst nightmare.
Because he's not royalty. He's just a Coppola.
Yeah. They're Hollywood royalty, I guess, but I don't think the bees recognize that.
You
kind
know
of
what
royalty.
this? You know what the aliens make me
I
think
wish someone
of?
asked Wachowski.
And the cornfields from Signs. They're like shorter versions of the Signs aliens.
I can see that.
What do you think the... Okay, so when bees recognize royalty, alright? Like, what if, like, in Game of Thrones, right, the Targaryens were royalty, and then Robert Baratheon took over, would the bees recognize Robert Baratheon as royalty, or would they still be Team Targaryen?
Are there
Because-
bees in Game of Thrones?
No. Nobody brings up bees. It's weird, but
Well,
this is
winter
actually
is
the
coming.
only movie where, or show, where bees recognize royalty. But seriously, like, are bees, like, up on, like, current events? Like, can they, like, adapt to when there's new royalty?
That's
Or are they
interesting.
just, like, you know, no, it's whoever was, like,
I
there
think
first.
they all have to go to the space DMV to go to in a little bit.
There should be a whole movie about this.
About the bees, like, having, like, little bee council arguments about, like, whether they should back the Targaryens or the Baratheons. Oh my god, I want to watch that movie so bad all of a sudden.
Oh man.
Can you pour me some more so I don't want to disturb him?
Yes.
Thank you.
I sympathize with this.
He's so comfy.
I know.
It's because I leaned back. The second I lean back,
You
he
can
thinks
calm
like
down.
chair.
That's smart.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna get foamy. Not foamy, fuzzy.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
He looks great.
I know. I think Kristy is
Yeah.
very picky with
You
her
got high
men.
standards.
Yeah.
Word.
See signs.
Accurate.
It is just like signs.
Yeah, there's some.
Zach has ruined her for other men, apparently. Even Channing Tatum.
He does do karate.
He does.
It's kung fu, and I kind
Kung
of sort
fu.
of promised I wouldn't.
Ah,
I wouldn't talk about. I teased him that I was
Okay.
only going to talk about him.
You said you wouldn't talk about Zach and Kung Fu and his hot bod, but we didn't make that problem. now if
All
Kristy's mom
accurate.
is listening, this is just getting more and more upsetting for her.
Oh God. So this is a lot like the scene in Cloud Atlas.
A lot of this is like the scene in Cloud
That's
Atlas.
I don't like Cloud Atlas.
It's not a good, it's kind
You
of
know
like,
what my favorite part of Cloud Atlas was? The end credits where they reveal who everybody played.
I thought you were going to say the end credits because it was over.
But that too, yeah.
I never need to watch Cloud Atlas again, but I enjoyed it okay watching it. I have to say this, I did think they did a better job making that book into a movie than I expected, having read the book. That's kind of all I can say. I don't know. It's not just a dense book, like there's just so much going on in it.
I watched it. I didn't intend to watch it again, but then it was on HBO, and then I watched it again, and I just could not look away. But again, like, I'm a weird Wachowski like fan. Like, I like when they make no sense. But a lot of their thing is people having really earnest philosophical conversations. It's
Yeah.
just like so much of their work.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel
That was
like
a very
they're...
sneaky way to land on the planet.
Yes, very.
I feel like their style, though, hasn't
Alvin.
advanced, which I think is part of why they
There's a
don't...
great drinking game in this movie. Sorry, that's all I can think about right now.
Oh yeah. All right, let's drink
Drinking
away.
for every what?
I don't know.
Well, now seems like as good a time as any. Just
Drink to the owl, man.
What if we just pick characters and whenever they appear, we drink? What if we pick Jupiter?
Oh, God.
This
Finish
is
your
when they
drink
give
every time
her-
Jupiter falls off something.
This is when they give her a complete space makeover for like no real reason.
Did she get through a lot of makeovers in this movie? which
Space
I-
makeovers. You were about to say space makeovers.
That's why she's got two
That's
hot
what they
figures.
are. Yeah.
I would watch that show.
Space makeover.
Yeah, where they take
What, they call
like
it
a
face
middle.
off?
No, listen. Where they take like a math teacher from Ohio, and they're like, now she gets a space makeover, and then they make her look like she'd be in a Wachowski movie.
You shouldn't broadcast that idea. You should keep it.
Ah!
Well, now
like,
the Wachowskis
please.
owe us money.
Oh man, can you imagine to be on HGTV and people be like,
Who is
"What
she?"
this?
That's Thomas Middleton. The
Oh,
most
yeah,
British
yeah.
name since
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Although Ophelia Lovibond is also like really
They
good.
should
Oh,
all be
that
in
is-
a
that's
movie
the
together.
Who is
I
she?
feel bad for the set designer had to put all those candles out.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
The
All I
all
love
poor
about
PAs.
is
Yeah.
she was in elementary for a while.
She was in Man Up.
She was in.
That's
she
what
was
it
in
was.
Man Up, but she's also in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was trying to think.
She's
Because
that like pink woman that like is
They
a
Right.
slave
don't
to
shoot
Benicio
her
del
in a
Toro.
very flattering way.
Jupiter.
I
Jupes?
feel like all of the space shit, like, look at the bags under her eyes, not Jupiter.
Well, she's supposed to be old here.
But still, I
No,
mean,
but,
there's
like,
a way to do that
but
where it's a
they're
little more flattering.
They're trying to make a young person look old, so they're
Yeah.
probably going on purpose to make her look
But I don't
unflattering
think
old.
anybody looks good in space setting.
Well, that sounds like your problem. BB-8 looks good in space settings.
That he does.
We're just gonna
Maybe
lead
not
to a
if the
totally
Wachowski
different
shot
movie.
Yeah.
I don't think Perri meant anyone in the history of filmmaking.
Oh, but
Dewey would look good in space though.
And
Well,
now we're not
obviously.
even in movies, so.
Yeah.
She recently celebrated her 14th millennium. You're 14,000 years old.
Let's see. What other fun facts do I have for you guys? Give me a sec.
Look up who the candle PA is.
I hope he was credited as Candle Wrangler.
I like her earrings.
Oh, I have a trivia question. What production did Douglas Booth and Eddie Redmayne previously co-star on before
Wait.
Jupiter's Ending?
How long before?
4 years before.
Shit.
5 years. Doing basic math, 5 years.
Before this.
Yes.
What is Douglas Booth from before this? The only stuff I know him from is after this.
Give you a clue, it was a TV miniseries.
Oh, I'm not gonna know it. If it was a movie, I might.
I still don't know. What was it?
Pillars of Earth.
Yeah, I
What
don't
the
know what
fuck
that
is
is.
Pillars of Earth?
It was like trying to be Game of Thrones, but not nearly as
really?
interesting.
What is that, man?
I don't know, but she's about to take a space bath.
Love a good space bath.
Take a space.
And also
bath.
she stares you down like, watch me.
Yeah, it's her mom. It's like a mom.
Don't act, do you stare your mom down before you go shower? That's weird.
Don't we all, Kristy?
The haunted house sounds intimidating. I'm gonna go shower.
No, but I'm saying, like, her and her mom have been buddies forever. It's fine. Jupiter's like signature line is "holy crap." She
Yeah.
says it like many times.
Oh man.
So
here's
here's
the question.
Yeah. Okay.
If this were a thing where you could
Mm.
bathe in basically human stem cells, not
Mhm.
baby stem cells because they're adults,
Yeah.
and basically be eternally young, would you do it?
No, I can't wait to be old. When you're old, you can do anything, and people just let you get away with it.
I might do it.
Huh. There was a thing the other day where they think with new
Do we know the side effects of this bath?
We don't.
I mean, apparently you become a monster and that you totally lose touch with humanity.
but you look super hot. So.
Well,
That's the other question. So were they already good looking, or does it also make you good looking?
No, I think they were.
I think they were
this is
already
what they
good-looking.
look like. They're space royalty.
Let's not act like all royalty is good looking.
No,
I mean,
they're
I'm
not.
not
But
gonna call out
we're
certain
talking about movie royalty.
Sure.
And they're usually good looking.
Just saying that, you know.
so they're harvesting all the people and they're trying to stay young forever. That's like
Well, they're harvesting the people so they
So
can
they
stay
can
young.
stay
forever.
young.
Yeah.
That's like that.
I should have watched this movie before we did this.
I know.
wish-
I thought about trying.
I
this
like
too.
forgot about the no volume.
I feel like
thing.
I remember this movie better than anyone for some reason.
I don't think for some reason you just said that you watched part of it the other day.
Well, alright, that's
Also,
a good point.
You know what I'm
But I
gonna
didn't watch
do
this
after we
part.
finish is I'm gonna sit and watch it properly.
Yeah, so are we. We're all
I
gonna stay here and watch it again.
Yeah.
That's what happened last time when we did Winter's Tale. I went home and watched it again the next day, and my husband was like, "Seriously?"
That is what I'm gonna do, I think.
Yeah, that'll be
My
fine.
husband refers to this as that terrible movie you like, so he's not.
Did Douglas Booth look old? He didn't look old.
No,
right?
he's
No.
Is
also
he not
was
supposed
young.
to be old?
Because he keeps up with it.
Yeah. The rest of them get
Oh.
like lazy about their beauty routine, so they start to look old.
Are you guys being sarcastic?
No,
No,
I
that's
genuinely,
why he looks young.
I genuinely think that's why.
Oh, okay.
He's like pretty, like he's like like even more cynical about like grinding up humans for his beauty routine than like anyone else in this.
Which is
Actually,
now I
the
think
better
about it,
question
it's like a
is,
visual
would you
cue.
grind up another human to make a bath out of that human and then make yourself younger? Not like if you would just get in the bath.
Well, but I mean,
So I wouldn't get in the bath if I had to grind someone up to be young.
well, but I mean, by doing
But
that,
you don't
you're
have to grind them
partaking
up.
in that. That's like buying blood diamonds or something.
But
Like,
it's
you
like-
may not actually have like been a part. Like you may not have actually
But
owned
like
the mine,
if I
but you're
knew
contributing.
that's where it came from, I'd be like, no.
Well, that's the thing.
You say
That's
that,
like
but
the
like
face
how
of
much
the
of the clothes that people wear are like made in like made by small children?
But if
and,
I
like,
was
switch
aware
shops.
of the particular company,
Well, that's what
I
I'm saying,
wouldn't buy
though,
them
is
again.
you know what it is. It's like Soylent Green is people. You know that. So do you bathe in Soylent Green?
I
No.
feel like if
that was the question.
No.
You were like, yeah, I don't
Here's the
know.
thing.
Well, I wasn't putting two and two together. That I was aware of where all it came from.
Here's the thing: if a company figured out how to grind up people and then turn them into like this like fountain of youth serum, they would.
We have a real life superhero movie, and we would
We
need a
have a
superhero
supervillain
to
movie.
kill that villain.
A, they would do it, and B,
No.
they would know to go through enough steps and cloak it enough mystery
Yeah.
and like spin it enough like good PR that
Yeah.
you wouldn't really think about it.
Isn't there like a weird plotline in Zoolander where that was kind of happening, but then it wasn't real, and then it was real again, and then it wasn't real?
You mean Zoolander 2?
Where what's her face was trying to like
Yes,
bottle
yes,
something.
yes.
Well, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Whoa, you guys have found this secret connection between Jupiter Ascending and
Because-
Zoolander 2.
Yeah, Zoolander, exactly.
They're all
It's
really
the tying it all
they're
together.
working with Kristen Wiig.
This is the part where she gets mad because she got a space makeover while she
Is
was
that
asleep.
Jupiter? Or is that the other planet?
That's
She
Jupiter.
keeps getting makeovers while she's asleep. It's a weird
You're supposed
theme
to
in
drink,
this
it's
movie.
Jupiter.
Oh,
Because remember-
yeah, we're supposed to drink every time Jupiter
Oh.
appears. You know what? I can't be dishonest. There's no booze in this. It's time to break out the whiskey.
Angie brings her home because she's a lady.
Yeah. I'm classy like that. Yeah.
I just want to talk to the person that designed his
Like-
costumes for hours.
I love whoever designed these costumes.
I genuinely just want to know all the details of like
Costume
why
change.
they picked the way they did.
Now she has changed her costume.
Now she finally changed her own clothes because if you remember the jeans and plaid shirt, he was like,
Is this the
you were in a
part-
hospital gown. I put you in those.
Oh,
Guys,
matchy.
is this the part where they talk about dogs?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He talks about her royal bowels.
Well, my bowels are anything but royal. That's what it says. That's what it was. Thank you. Oh no,
Who's thank you?
Ugh.
Janet said, she said thank you, I think.
I'm Jones. Well, except when I'm mad. Then I'm a bulletin Nemiroff.
If that's all you were, you would not be on an
Yeah, Stinger said that you attacked an entitled once.
Stinger talks too much.
Is it true?
Does it matter?
Sorry. I guess it's none of my business.
I was just trying to understand.
I think
Oh, I think that's her line.
Yeah.
Truth is, I don't know why I did it.
You gotta have sound deeper.
I don't even remember. I
Yeah.
can't keep up. It's so fast.
we all do things we can't explain.
They said it was in my jeans.
That was
That
a great
not
impression.
No, that was great. That was dead on. Could explain a lot of things about me. Like the fact I have an uncanny
This is
ability
the part where she fucking hits on the...
to fall for men that don't fall for me. It's like my internal compass needle points straight at Mr. Wrong. Maybe it's my genes. Maybe I want to get in your jeans.
That's
Maybe
not what the I'm reading the script, Kristy.
I'm reading the subtext. Is there any way to fix it?
He's like, I got a hot beef injection for you.
You are royalty now.
Good.
I must splice. Understand what that means. I missed a line.
Here
But I have more in common with a dog than I have with you.
I love dogs. I've always loved dogs.
I should go to
love
your
how
register.
weirded out he looks, which is the correct
So
response,
good.
by
But
the
his
way.
reaction is literally this. I
He's
should
like,
go.
He's like, that
I love dogs.
At least she understands that was a weird thing
Yeah.
to say. So does he, but he's like into it. Look at his
Yeah.
face. He's like, that was a weird thing to say.
Let's
but,
try it out.
I'm kind of into it.
If I were anyone but not a half dog, that would be horrible. But because I am a half dog,
Yes, I think that's what it is. He's like his first reaction was like, I'm not cool with this chick into bestiality. And he's like, wait, hold up, I'm a beast. I am into it. Count me back in. talking about reading subtext. That was me. I did such a good job. I'm really proud of myself.
These ships were designed to look like tropical fish and tropical birds.
Really?
Yep.
I'm just making that
Oh,
up.
No, I read
a
it.
joke.
Oh,
But it did look like a fish, right? It looked like a lionfish.
did it? Okay, sure.
See, like, here's what bugs me about, like, that guy just has, like, metal stuff on his face.
For no reason.
Well, exactly. Like, if...
This
God,
is your
this
favorite
section. It is. Because it just feels like out of nowhere. Though my husband argues that this movie is all about
Were we
bureaucracy.
obsessed with her for some reason?
Yeah,
It's
she
all
was
about
good
her.
in this.
Yeah, there was
Who is-
something
who is
about
the actress
her.
that plays her?
Oh, she was part of like the crew of another ship.
Yeah, she's like
I
a
do
captain
remember
at some
this.
point. I don't remember. I remember.
Oh,
the
this
movie.
is where they go to the
Space
Hunger
bureaucracy.
Games.
Yeah, it's like a Hunger Games meets Brazil, like space bureaucracy. Like that lady is like the DMV-est lady ever.
Yeah.
I love how like even in space the DMV people have the exact same expression of just like, you know, despair.
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah. I love that.
It does come up with my favorite part of this is the cameo coming up. Because this movie, this section, I was like, this is so crazy. It feels like a Terry Gilliam movie. And then Terry Gilliam appears.
Have some whiskey.
No, I'm gonna get wine.
Don't you want to try some?
I want to function as a human at some point.
Just take a sip.
Terry Gilliam, have a whiskey.
Yeah, Terry Gilliam. Terry Gilliam would drink some whiskey.
He had such a
Ooh,
weird cameo.
that is
in
nice.
this, too.
It's smooth though, right?
Yeah, that's good.
It's really good. I drink it all the time. Sorry. Anyway,
They're not wearing invisible ties. They're wearing actual ties made of plastic.
that's very like out of date. Don't they know invisible ties are in? It's like they don't even watch the Today Show.
I know. The hell. For real though, guys, I know you guys don't watch the Today Show, but if you did, you'd know Tamron Hall's fashion is always on point.
Yes. Let's just
Mhm.
pretend that sequence of words makes
That
sense.
made sense to me.
Yeah,
I
no,
watched
totally.
the Today Show, just not as much
Those
as
were real
Kristy.
words.
Her name is Nikki Amuka Bird.
Yeah. I remember, like, name dropping her in my
Where's she
review.
from?
The Omen, Coriolanus. Let's go on. I hate IMDb Mobile. Let's see.
Why does that guy have a plastic hand, too?
She's on that show Scroll
Wow.
to Recall that's on Netflix that I heard is actually better than it sounds.
Oh, I watched that show. Okay, that's
From
what I know her
Luther?
from. I don't watch that one.
I think Luther's why I know her.
Oh, Recall is better than it sounds.
She was also on #1 Ladies Detective Agency, but only one episode.
There he is.
There it is. You're missing it.
Yeah! I have to give it to him. The styling on this makes tons of sense to me. Where he's like covered in bird shit, and I totally believe he has like random pets in here. Like this design makes sense to me.
So you couldn't believe that Sean Bean had bees in his house, but you can believe that this guy has birds in his office.
I watched a lot of Terry
He's
Gilliam
had
movies.
bird shit on him. His
Look at his
coat
shoulders.
is wrecked.
I think
No, his coat's like just, distressed.
bird
No,
shit.
yeah, look, it's like all the way down his shoulders.
Hmm.
It's as if he's had like parrots and stuff sitting there and hanging
No.
out for ages. Yeah,
Is that really what that is?
I think that's totally what that
I
is.
thought that's like a fabric treatment.
No, but when he lifts his
It's
arm, you
like
can see
dripping.
that like
See,
the part
look.
under his arm doesn't
And there's
have
like
that.
feathers worked into it. Like it's totally bird mess. Or
Well,
maybe he's very lucky.
Glad
'cause
all the
supposedly
work
that's-
went into that, sold to me.
Maybe his wife is one of those bird ladies.
Oh, you think he's married? That's a much nicer vision than I have for this poor guy.
He's Terry
But
Gilliam.
like again, the eye detail makes sense. Like that design makes sense to me. Like I feel like I get who this character is, but a lot of the designs of this, it's just like, what if someone was part owl? Okay. What if someone had like mouse ears? I guess.
Yeah, a lot. Look, I think it makes sense in a world where Channing Tatum has more DNA in common with a dog than he does with Mila Kunis. I think it makes perfect sense that there are owl men and mouse women.
It's not that it doesn't make sense. I just don't know that it tells us anything about. Okay, I watch a lot of Face Off, so I think about this a lot. But it's like it just doesn't tell me anything about the characters. Like I don't know who they are.
It's not supposed to tell you anything about the characters. It's supposed to tell you about this world, and it's just a world where those things exist.
I don't agree though, because I feel like it's like when you watch Face Off and they're like, okay, here's the challenge. You have to create a character based on, this artifact. Who is this character? And like you're supposed to communicate who the person is through just the prosthetic makeup design. So like the fact that so many of these just seems like, what if a guy had feathers for a beard?
I kind of feel like the idea is that like the default in this world isn't that you're just a regular human. There's
So everyone in space is like part human, part animal.
not everyone, a lot of them.
everybody but the royalty.
I think it's like all working class people seem like they're part something.
No one in this is working class except for like Channing Tatum
Or they're
and
like
Sean
robots,
Bean.
That's
like
what
the
I'm
other
saying.
guy.
Like they're part something. And then like the lizard guys are part human, part lizard. And
They're
then
not working class.
they're all servants.
I thought they were more like high-ranking military. Are they
Yeah, but
servants?
everybody but like
they're all
the chief
serving of
royalty.
royalty. It's
Sean
like,
Bean isn't royalty, and he's
no,
not.
he's part something. No, he's part
He is?
something. Yeah, they said that before.
I don't remember them saying that, but I remember when he opened the door, his eyes glowed. They glow like gold.
Yeah.
Are they about to make out?
Well, you're either the one with the entitled instinct. Is there something
Yeah.
happening to you? Is there something happening to you right now?
Talking about your penis.
Does any part of you want to bite me?
And then
Is
he
that
like
so
twitches
loud?
his jaw. Yeah, that was line. He twitches his jaw because he's like, hell
Oh,
yeah.
baby. Also, like, it's weird. They're both very attractive people, and yet I have no chemistry here. Like, I don't buy that they'd be interested in each other. Is your compass broken? There was so much like backstory in this where they're like, this is how these rules work and whatever. Then when she's like, oh yeah, I guess I'll marry Titus, I'm just like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, do
Who
you
the hell is
believe him?
Stringer?
I think that's the
Stinger?
Sean
Sean
Bean character.
Bean.
Oh, is that who it
I
is?
think he's part B, and that's why he's
Yeah, he's right
Be's
there.
name Stinger.
Oh!
You scared Lily!
That made so much sense. I'm
Oi!
like, wow, how much sense that made.
You scared Lily
Well,
again.
you can get your belt bag.
Fine.
Well
I'll show you the
played.
difference between a belt bag and a fanny bag.
I'm sorry, man.
You were sitting on your phone the whole time. Right here. Alright.
This is a belt bag.
This is a fanny pack.
This is not a fucking fanny pack. I hate fanny packs. This is not.
Really? Because then you should hate
This
your
this is
fanny pack.
a belt bag.
Perri,
It's not
show
a
us-
fanny
show
pack.
us how you wear this.
Well, I'm not gonna like.
Certainly not near your fanny.
No, but it's.
It's
It's
a
not
very
a
nice
fanny-
fanny pack.
it's
but
not a
fucking
fanny
fanny
pack.
pack.
That's
like,
the nicest
you
fanny pack I've
You
ever
could like
seen.
put it to the side and then like put
Dude,
your
you
shirt
know,
over it.
Like,
you
you
do
could
that
do
with
a
fanny
fanny
pack.
pack.
This is not a fanny pack. It's not a fanny pack. I hate that phrase. Who decided to call it a fanny pack?
I agree with you that it is not a sexy
Yes,
word.
it's the
but
same
that
thing
is
as
a
a
fanny
belt
pack.
bag.
This is not. It's a belt bag.
Yeah,
I'm
which is
all
the
for
same
belt
thing.
bags.
This is like when
This
we
is
have to
rebranding.
pretend that dolls are actually action
Yeah.
figures. This is just like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it.
This is the kind of thing that they're. But this is exactly what I mean. Remember when we were talking about how if a company decided to grind up people for youth serum, they would definitely like have like a Cracker Jack marketing team like figure out how to be like, how do we not talk about how it's people? Like that's what this is.
Yeah.
They sold you a fanny pack by calling it a belt bag, and they're gonna sell you people.
Oh man. And also why with that? It's like they realized that they cast like what I've seen her
Oh,
name again,
he's
the girl
so
from Emily
pretty.
Barbara. It's like they cast her and they're like, man, she's really pretty. Like she might actually be distracting from Mila Kunis. And they're like, what if we just put a strong hair right down the middle of her forehead?
I think it's very close-minded of me to assume that the default needs to be humans.
Of course it does. It's like you have. It's like the whole thing is about like superiority.
Just like
blah, blah,
Kristy,
blah.
she's always just like white male humans. They're the default.
Yep, that's totes how I sound.
This is the same. This is totes the same. It's not weirder.
Oh my.
I love that she's in this. She's like a super serious actress, and she's just like, yeah, I'll put on some mouse ears
Yeah.
and hang out in face
She should be a
space.
bigger deal. Is she have bigger things coming up now? I hope so.
She's in Free State of Jones, that Matthew McConaughey movie.
Oh,
She was rumored
right.
for Star Wars, but I don't know how that panned out.
Right.
She was in Concussion recently, but I don't think anyone saw that.
Yeah. And like just the costumes are just so all over the place. Cause now she looks like a Disney villain. With this like
He
black
looks
so
like
pretty.
a Disney villain.
I don't care. He can look however he wants to look.
Really?
Yes,
Because
he
I feel
can.
like
I want a Funko Pop.
Oh, that's what this.
him.
Oh no, that's not what the space rollerblades are good for. I got excited for a second because I thought these.
No, they're actually
still not
completely
really
useless. Look at him.
I feel like when you see a good-looking man in a Wachowski movie and you say, I don't care like what you do to him, he'll always be hot. It's like a challenge. They're gonna like put a mouse ears on him and like owl eyes.
But they didn't. They couldn't bear to fuck him up.
That's a fair point. Because Eddie Redmayne, they made him get ripped, and then they're like, and then we're gonna drape you in the weirdest
And
outfits.
give you a turtleneck.
Yeah.
In every scene.
And a Velcro.
And an invisible tie.
Oh my god.
His fashion is so on point. I can't say on fleek. I thought about saying it, and then I was like, I can't. I can't do it.
Her eye makeup game in this is really good, though. It's like, I don't remember how
Except
long
that it probably wouldn't work on Earth.
her eye makeup?
Yeah, I wouldn't put all that green
Oh.
all up in my highbrow there.
Well, like, not for just, like, going to clean toilets, for, like, a night out.
This is like a night out. She's on a
Yeah.
date with her son / future
Sure.
husband.
That's when you get fancy with the...
I mean, if when you're on a semi-incestuous date isn't the time that you can get fancy with your eye makeup, you know,
Really,
when
when
is
is?
it? Yeah.
What other movie has Douglas Booth and Vanessa Kirby co-starring together?
Who's Vanessa
I don't know who
Kirby?
that
I don't
is.
know. Apparently she's in this movie. I was looking at it.
Well, that was a terrible trivia question because no one knows who Vanessa Kirby is. The trivia should have been, who's Vanessa Kirby?
I was kind of thinking you guys might know better than me, but apparently not. So
Nope.
Here's where he shows her all the Soylent Green. By the way, this is literally the exact same plot twist as in Cloud Atlas, which we're talking about again because I keep bringing it up.
Someone in this
forgot what
movie is
that's
named
about.
Frogstone. Like, not their character name, their person name is Frogstone.
Really?
I love that!
And Nino.
This
I'm
is the most
looking-
I've
I'm
ever
looking
wanted to
that
have
person
children
up.
because I want to name it Frogstone.
They don't have a picture of themselves on IMDb.
That's a shame. I want to interview you,
Oh, he says
Frogstone.
it comes from people. Every little one of those vials is 100 people.
Wow. That is intense.
I would bathe in that.
Perri keeps going back and forth on this genocide for eternal youth thing. For those of you keeping
Who's
track
Aunt
at home.
Nino?
I mean, assuming one of her people.
Yeah.
I would have assumed Frog was a male name for some reason.
Well, that's very sexist of you.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
I
you just
guess.
like okay. So she just dropped the vial because she's so upset, but it's like then 100 people died for
nothing.
Who the hell is Vanessa Kirby? Why was this in the trivia? Hold on. A lot of tech issues today.
Wait, is my phone?
No, I'm looking. Oh, I'm not having a hard time like finding it. I just don't understand why that was on the trivia. Why I can't seem to find who the hell she is.
He's even cute when
She
he
was born in 1989.
Oh my God.
Jupiter setting apparently.
Perri is super into Douglas Booth. I don't know if you noticed.
I am.
Perri likes her men very pretty.
Apparently. So,
Oh, Durr. Okay, guys. Vanessa
Yeah.
Kirby was Catherine in the Pretty Underwear.
eh.
So now that we know who she is,
Oh
her and
God.
Douglas Booth were in a movie together. What could it be?
Fright Club.
No.
I don't really know any movies that he's in.
Romeo and Juliet.
I'll give
Pride
you
and
a clue.
Prejudice and Zombies.
It was based on.
Pride and
You guys
Prejudice
really
and
not
Zombies.
super far off. It is based on a British novel.
They're all based on British novels.
One might call it Dickensian because it is.
Great Expectations.
It is.
That.
I forgot about that. That was a thing.
That
That was a thing like a year ago.
2011 is what it said, but yeah, we made
So
that.
not like a year ago, like 5 years ago.
No, there.
Something
Like,
like Jeremy Irvine.
Well, like, was it made then and then it came out way later? Yeah, the one with
Okay,
Jeremy
sure.
Irvine
Wait,
and.
why is that guy wearing like a mouth mask thing?
Oh, I guess technically it was a mini-series.
That guy, he's like a little like.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
It's just
training
like
to run
random
in high
stuff.
altitudes.
Well, Perri just explained it. It did tell us something about his character.
All
He wants to
right.
climb Everest.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
The Jeremy Irvine one says 2012. I thought it was even more recent than that.
Meryl wants to know what semi-incestuous is.
Tell them to Google it.
With their safety off. That'll go great. So, I also read that they wanted this place to feel like part Playboy Mansion, which I think is why Douglas Booth is wearing a smoking jacket.
He can wear whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh my god. Stop telling the Wachowskis to put fanny packs and mouse ears on him.
I do like his eyebrow game. He's got
Look
good
at those
eyebrows.
masks on those
Why are
other
they
guys.
on games with you? Eyelash game, eyeliner game, eyeshadow game, eyebrow game. They're all games.
All true.
This is just like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was
Does he have
thinking
his
Wall-E.
skate shoes on?
That too. Really any movie where person
Yeah,
goes
just-
through space,
yeah.
I suppose.
Of course he has his skate shoes
they
on.
finally came in useful for something, you
There
guys!
you go.
I feel like that deserves a drink. Cheers!
Hey!
Tatum and your space rollerblades. Thanks, yay!
How can he breathe? Do dogs breathe in space?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's what.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I don't think he was breathing.
Oh, there you
and
go,
then he
there's
just covered
part of
himself in like a little Star-Lord
The
space
Wachowskis
mask.
have thought of everything, haven't they?
I would really love if they got Neil deGrasse Tyson to do a commentary track on this movie. And like so much of it is just him going, wait, what's happening now? Would be great. That was I feel like I've never done a Neil deGrasse Tyson before, and I feel like that wasn't horrible.
Not horrible.
Yeah.
Kristy's like, I'll take it.
Look at him being a creep in the closet.
Oh, he's creepy.
He's guarding your belt bag.
Now they're yelling at the guy for convincing Jupes to sell her eggs.
Well, especially because now
And
she's
then
missing.
What do you think she is? A
She
goddamn
goes
chicken?
down in this scene, no?
Yeah, no. This is when you remember that Jupiter has people at home, like on Earth.
And the creepy kid watching
Everyone's
from
like,
the stairs.
telescope?
Maybe that's Aunt Nino's. Maybe that's Frog.
Frog.
I mean, it has to be, right? Is anyone else even old enough to be her aunt in this?
Well, it's gotta be a lady and a youngish one. So
Or maybe that one.
maybe
Frog! Every time you think someone's Frog.
That guy should be Frog. That thing, he's a reptile.
Frogs are amphibians.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry.
Just saying.
That kid is like, alright, whatever.
I don't think they told that kid anything was happening. They're like, yeah, just put a lizard face over there. That'll be good.
I feel like as a kid, though, you're kind of like, the world is already so weird that you're more willing to accept. You're just like,
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
yeah, sure, why not?
Like, I'd be scared if a giant lizard showed up when I was a kid, but I would also be like, well,
Well, I guess that's part of life.
I've watched a lot of X-Files. I've basically been expecting this to happen.
It's actually kind of weird that it hasn't happened
Yeah.
already.
It's insane that this hasn't happened yet. Like, now this outfit is when we start going to a place where I feel like it looks more like pop star clothes. Like, I can see
Well,
Justin
like,
Bieber
pretty
wearing
much
that.
everything.
Like Daft Punk.
Oh, I thought you meant like Lady
The
Gaga,
hell
and I was
yeah.
gonna say she would wear literally anything in this movie, including the mouse ears.
That's true.
She probably has worn everything in this movie. Is
Well,
that
I
the
think-
fish that you were talking about?
That's a different
Oh.
ship, but they said that they were trying
She
to...
changed clothes again.
Yeah, she wears like a lot of different outfits. And it's funny because like all the posters were like, look at her in this blue shirt. Like, it's literally the least interesting thing she wears. Better make a Funko Pop of it.
But here's the thing, she also had time to take off her green eye makeup, because now she's back in regular eye
I
makeup.
guess they have makeup remover in space.
But she didn't remove all of it, just the green
Yeah.
part. It's
You know,
weird.
In Fifth Element, there's a part where they put up a little thing to her face and it automatically does her makeup in like a flash. Like, if they had just had a moment like that, I would be totally fine with all these
They
makeup
have
changes.
that in an episode of The Simpsons too, right? Where Homer like
Oh,
does a makeup
yes.
gun.
Yes.
Maybe that's what's happening.
But I have to admit, when I watched Fifth Element, I was like, I want that. Like, that
I
would be
want a
amazing.
makeup gun.
And that, well, this was just like, it looked like one of those viewfinders you have when you're a kid, but she put it up to her face and it was like, whoosh, and then she like puts it down and it was like her makeup was perfect.
I want that
Kind
and a
of
machine that instantly does a manicure. Like you stick your hand in a thing, you pull it out, and it's like, oh,
Bam!
I got big ideas.
Yeah, where are you at, science? Get your game together. Lots of games.
So many games.
All the games. Oh, man. normally like, or is she acting with her eyebrows right now? Like, is this resting eyebrows?
No, that's resting eyebrows.
That's her eyebrows.
So she has naturally suspicious eyebrows?
Now you're making me like Kunis feel sad about her resting suspicious face.
Her eyebrows are amazing, but they do seem like, what are you at?
His are suspicious in like the sense that he looks sketchy all the time.
Yeah.
No.
Perry's thirst for Douglas Booth is like one of my favorite unexpected like running themes.
Did you see him in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Yes,
He's like
we were sitting
innocent.
with you.
He's like innocent face, like the whole 2 hours of that movie.
All right, would you rather do Pride and Prejudice and Zombies Douglas Booth or Jupiter?
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, Douglas Booth. He's fucking like the most charming, richest guy ever.
Is there another one we've seen? Because we could do a whole fuck, marry, kill right now if you could think of another one.
What else has he been in?
I didn't see Riot Club,
Romeo and Juliet.
even though I should.
Wait, which one was Riot Club?
It was the one with all the. It was like Skulls, but like more recent.
Oh, I didn't see that
It
one.
was about, like,
definitely
Noah,
something
but I don't remember
before this.
Oh, he is in Noah.
Was he one of the sons?
Yeah, he's like the one that's married to Emma Watson.
Oh, okay. Is that terrible to do fuck, marry, kill to a Bible movie?
No,
He was also
How
in Romeo and
dare
Juliet,
you.
but I don't think either of us saw that.
no. This is when Mila Kunis changes clothes again and has different eyeshadow again. I think the thing I remember the first time I saw this now, like I remember like it being like. It was like, it's one thing that she keeps changing her clothes and her hair, but it was so weird to me how often she changed her eye makeup.
Yeah.
That's a very practical.
Well, now she's getting married, so that you want to gussy up.
No, I know, but it was just like, not only did she like change, like you can change clothes several times in a day, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, they just did her makeup all over again every time she changed, even while she was sleeping, which was crazy to me.
Barely related trivia. What Douglas Booth movie stars Miley Cyrus?
LOL.
Ah!
Alright, would you rather fuck, marry, kill, LOL Douglas Booth, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies Douglas Booth, and Jupiter Ascending Douglas
Kill
Booth?
LOL Douglas Booth. Marry Pride and Prejudice and Zombies Douglas Booth, and fuck this Douglas Booth.
For the record,
He
you
would-
would like to fuck a genocidal maniac.
He might
And
not be
murder-
into
I
you
didn't
if
see
you don't
that
have
one.
like bird feathers.
Why murder LOL Douglas Booth? I didn't see that one. Kyle.
I actually did see that, but it's just
What's the
annoying.
side? Oh, she not only does she have mouse ears, she has like ram horns. Oh, I love this.
I thought that was like made out of her hair at first.
So maybe she's part goat?
She's part goat,
Get out of
part
my way,
mouse.
Parker.
I mean, if you can already combine. Like,
Oh, I bet they're supposed to be like mouse ears. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's
supposed to
what
be
I
that. No, but like the look of the hair even. No, I think she's supposed to be a ram and those are like supposed to be like goat
yeah, I don't think that has
Oh.
anything to do with the mouse.
ears. Yeah.
Okay.
And we also already have a mouse guy.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that weird white guy that has like the old school wig. How many Swarovski crystals are on this dress?
4,000.
4,000, 400,000.
Oh, you're both too low.
A million.
1.3
A bajillion.
A bajillion.
Price of Right rules, you got it wrong. You went over.
Damn it.
Everyone knows a bajillion is more than.
Perri went from 4,000 to a bajillion.
You got distracted by Cat.
I remember watching this movie the first time and being like, wait, are they really, is he gonna marry his mom? No, wait, what? No.
Fun fact, that crown was 3D printed.
That wasn't that fun of a fact. You were only right about the fact part.
Damn. Oh shit.
Why do
Alright.
you see we always have to sit on me when my cup is empty? Thank you.
Oh, there's not that much left in here.
I'll just finish that one and we have another one.
The chapel scenes on Titus's ship were filmed at the Ely Cathedral in England.
Good to know.
Ooh! We should do a Jupiter Ascending field trip. Yeah, okay. To Chicago or England?
That's practical.
To England. I want to see where Jupes married her son.
For the record, last time we drove like an hour north. But yeah, let's just go to England because Jupiter Ascending, sure.
I kind of feel like it's gonna be like the time we did the winter sail home though, where we'll show up as like Jupiter Ascending super fans, and the people there will just be like, sure, why not?
Maybe there'll be a stray copy of Jupiter Ascending in the gift shop. They'll start naming like royalty, like, well, the aristocracy, blah 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 blah. Like, oh, but the bees. Oh. So does that mean there are a lot of bees in that chapel? Did they have to chase them away, or Jupiter's just able to be like, boop.
It does bother me that we don't know what would happen if the
Are there
throne, like,
bees in
changed
space?
hands.
Like, you would think that there have to be bees in space if they can sense royalty.
There can't be bees in space though. There can be,
Well, not like
there
outer
can be
space.
yeah, there
But,
can
like, on
be
planets.
bees in a planet.
Earth is a planet and has bees.
I know that.
Okay, but what about like when royalty, like, you know, like, so, you know how when Kate Middleton was pregnant the first time, the
Sure.
queen was like, even if it's a girl, I've changed the rules, she can be the queen now.
Uh-huh.
Like, would the bees recognize that, or they're just like, no, old school rules only, it has to be a boy?
I feel like the bees would be very serious about the paperwork. There's something going on outside the windows.
Is it a half albino wolf man from outer space?
I live
Sweet.
above a
Flying
fire
around.
station.
I don't want to say no and just dismiss
You're
that.
startling the deputy.
Sorry, deputy. A lot of honking. I can see flashing
You know,
lights.
as much as I like Douglas Booth, I don't like his little ponytail right now.
You're not into Douglas Booth with a ponytail?
Nope.
Did he
Apparently
have a
that's
ponytail
the
this
deal
whole movie?
breaker. No, he had his hair down.
So you like it when he has long hair that's down, but you don't like it when he ties
Or if
it
it's
up.
cut. I just don't like
Do
little
you think
ponytails.
that
I
you
wanna
can
cut it
handle a
off.
man bun, Douglas Booth?
No,
No?
you know, I might not.
Oh wow.
You know what? I'm not into it. He has
Man.
a square face. I'm not into it.
Man buns are deal breakers.
I'm not into Douglas Booth
Yeah.
in general. Alright, Kristy, which one of the dudes in this movie would you get with then? She's called Dibs on Douglas Booth.
Yeah.
You can have Channing if you want, or you can go to Terry Gilliam.
I don't.
He's covered in Burchett though.
Sean
I
Bean.
am like not attracted to a single guy in this movie.
Oh, it could be a girl. You want Jupiter?
You know what? We're gonna go girl. I'd go with the stuck up.
It could be anyone.
I'd go with the stuck up girl with the cute underwear.
Wow, what a cliche. Christy went for like the skinny blonde chick in like expensive
It did.
lingerie.
It
Wow,
did.
that is
Well,
good.
okay. I probably would have gone with fuck, what is her name? The girl from Beyond the Lights. I can't.
Who Martha Raw?
Thank you. Yes. I probably would have gone with her, but the ear thing would throw me off. She's beautiful, but that's like a lot of going on. And Jupiter's annoying, so I'd go human.
And useless.
Yeah.
You know what guy is hot in this movie? Well, relatively speaking, which the scales are all off in this movie. Her dad. He's like a cute little geeky dude.
That's true. Yeah, that's
Nice.
actually a good point.
And he doesn't have any animal parts at all that we know of.
That's true. I'd go James Darcy.
Yeah. He's got a British accent.
Yeah.
No animal parts. I mean, in this movie, that's like all you can
And I've
ask
seen him in
for.
person. Like, he's good looking in person, too. It's not
Doesn't
just
that
like
guy look like he came from Harry Potter?
Yes.
Like, who's
Yeah,
the
a lot
guy-
of this looks
But
like
like,
he's from
who's
Harry
the
Potter.
guy that like guards the bank? Is
The
that a thing?
Gringotts
Yeah.
Bank? I don't know.
Or
what
maybe
it
I'm thinking of
means.
the wrong kind of character. It's a character with, like an elfish face and white hair.
I'm probably thinking of the bank.
Bank, yeah.
But it's
He
they're
looks
all-
like John Malkovich.
He does look like John Malkovich.
With apologies to John Malkovich, who is much better looking than this person.
I mean, John Malkovich, if he was like riddled with a horrible disease.
John
but,
Malkovich,
like,
if he tried to make him a Harry Potter villain.
yeah.
John Malkovich, if he was Voldemort.
Oh, speaking of, he has a rando cameo in Zoolander too.
Zoolander.
John
That's what I
Malkovich?
was
Yeah, do you
thinking
remember?
of. He's
I want to say yes, but I can't remember what
He
it was.
plays the inventor of members only jackets.
Yeah.
For like half a second, he's just like, members only, members only. I saw him on the subway once. It was real weird. Mostly just because I was like, John Malkovich takes the subway, and he was wearing purple sweatpants.
I can respect
Joggers?
that.
Or sweat.
No, sweatpants. This was like before joggers were a thing.
Or he was just
This was like a decade ago. And I was really excited, and I wanted to say something to him, but then somebody did walk from one end of the train to the other to compliment him, and it was just like him being John Malkovich, like, I don't want to bother you, but I just wanted to say I'm a big fan. He was very polite. He was like, thank you very much. And my friend was like, oh my god, that guy must be famous. And I was like, that's John Malkovich. And she said, what has he been in? And I said, Con Air. And then I could not think of a single other movie
Not
he was
even
in.
being John Malkovich.
I
The one that
know.
literally has his name in the title.
I got like stuck, and then I was like, I can't walk up to him and say, I really loved you in Con Air. Though for the record, I do love him in Con Air. He's
in
great.
Dangerous Liaisons.
I just completely froze because I was just,
being John Malkovich.
all accurate and true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's in Burn After Reading, which I genuinely love. But
That wasn't
that
out
was
yet.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burn After Reading is a really good movie, you guys. It's like really
I
funny.
haven't watched it since it came out. I saw it in theaters and I liked it a lot. But
It's really funny and pretty dark. Oh, hey, there's
That was the other
guy.
one.
This is not. See, like the shots of like various like weird creatures in their little spaceships. It's very Star Wars. And you don't judge Star Wars for that.
I'm just saying that it seems so arbitrary here. Like in Star Wars, I feel the world being built. In this, it feels like, what if we had an elephant guy?
It's also because they so deliberately took normal animals and put them in space.
Exactly.
Why?
Somebody, I was having a conversation with someone the other day about whether cats exist in the Star Wars universe, and was it you?
Definitely not.
I was talking to someone about
Possibly
it.
my husband.
Anyway, the conclusion we came to was no, because they
Yeah.
don't have any normal animals in Star Wars.
I don't think like cats and dogs exist in
They
Star
have.
Wars.
I'm sure they have cat-like animals. Well, they have BB-8.
And
who's
he's
just like a
actually
cat,
falling
basically.
asleep, but it just looks like he is giving me such like intense scowl.
He's giving you Eddie Redmayne face.
Because he creates
Oh my
life.
god, you guys! I just realized that just made me realize how much of this movie is still left. It's kind of a lot.
Yeah. This movie is 2 hours and 7 minutes long.
Wow.
I want it to be 4 hours long.
Why?
I want there to be a sequel.
Well,
I
this
want
should've
all
been-
the Jupiter Ascending I can get.
This should have been a series instead of 10.
If this were a sequel, what would happen?
Who knows? I don't even know what happened in this movie.
I'm asking
This
you to
one.
pitch. Like, you have your chance. You sit
Uh-huh.
down with the Wachowskis and you're like,
Should've
alright.
stayed dead.
Well, it'd have to involve Eddie Redmayne. I want it to involve Gugu and Botha Rock, because she's not enough to do. And she put on.
I recommend she has like a twin sister who doesn't look super ridiculous.
No, I want her to look ridiculous. She has to have the ears. Or she can have the horns, but she still has to look weird.
He's gonna have a big speech now.
He is gonna have a big speech.
Does he freak out here?
Yeah.
Where
This
is
is when he. Ah! He did it!
Oh,
I
I
create
missed it.
life! And I destroy it. That face! Oh, I love it. Life is an act of consumption. That is so deep. It is though, you
Like,
guys.
she's wearing a corset under that, right? That's not her waist. It's not a human
It's
waist.
CGI waist.
She's wearing a corset. That's like a weird, like, Lululemon top with a corset under it.
Yeah.
She looks like she's going to yoga, except for, like, or, like, Soul Cycle, except for the fact that she's
15th century
clearly
yoga.
wearing one of those, like, Kim Kardashian
Yeah.
waist trainers.
Don't judge Soul Cycle.
I'm not, I like Soul Cycle. I'm down with you. But she looks like she's dressed for Soul Cycle.
She
That's all
does
I'm
look like she
saying.
is.
I do like the idea of a hover sofa.
That is even more useless than the hover rollerblade.
It would be like a really, that's like a status symbol. You're like, why do you need a hover sofa? No one needs them.
It's even more useless than the double-decker couch from Lego Movie. I'm sorry, I've seen Lego Movie like 80 million times.
I maintain the double-decker couches are totally stupid.
Oh,
You do
he's
get
getting
twice as much
so
seating room.
upset. Look at his teary eyes.
Eddie Redmayne gets teary a lot in this thing, I think.
He's got the best pouty face.
He does. You can't have a Jupiter, like, I would rather have a Jupiter Ascending sequel without Jupiter than without Eddie Redmayne's character, because he is the best.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, Jupiter's pretty boring.
He's so mad.
Like,
How
it's just like,
dare
it's Eddie
you.
Redmayne's best role. You know, the sequel should be Eddie Redmayne playing like 8 different roles.
He should just play all the roles.
Wait, so it's basically just Eddie Redmayne being Cloud Atlas.
Yes! I love this.
We have to shut this off because we're just giving away great ideas.
Oh my god. Call me Wachowskis! I have all the ideas for you.
One day, Angie's gonna have to turn in her hang up her coded slash woman. I'm sorry, I belong to the Wachowskis now.
Oh.
What's the plot, Angie? It's about love and capitalism being bad.
Oh, there has to be. Okay, so one of their favorite themes is when things secretly turn out to be powered by dead humans.
That's true.
That's happened in literally 3 of their movies. They
Sure.
haven't even made that many movies. That's a lot of movies to make about the same thing.
There's actually, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
so
point.
that has to come up.
I didn't see Speed Racer. Does that happen in Speed Racer?
No. Amazingly, it turns out the cars are not powered by dead people.
I'm just saying, like, I would buy that happens.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
I forgot that they made that movie.
They did. Yeah.
That
Didn't that like premiere at Tribeca or something?
What? Did it?
Or maybe it came out that week, or I feel like I saw Speed Racer at the Village East, and it was like a premiere or something.
Wow.
I don't know. I never did see that one. My brother says the colors are beautiful.
They are beautiful. I saw it in IMAX, and then I went outside, and the real world just looked so like colorless in comparison.
His haircut even.
I'm gonna go to my hairdresser and ask for the Eddie Redmayne and Jupiter Ascending haircut.
I kind of want that to
I
happen.
would pay you to do
Oh
that.
no, I shouldn't have said that.
It would be awful.
You guys,
looking.
I don't.
Especially because I would tell everyone. They'd be like, Angie, did you get a haircut? Yeah, she's Jupiter Ascending cosplaying all the time. All the time. All the goddamn
That
time.
makes me so happy, but I think my husband would literally divorce me. And guys, I really need the health insurance. So.
Well, I also remember that when you hit your 1 year anniversary, you were like, well, there's
For
no
the
point getting
record,
divorced
Speed
now.
Racer premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival on May 3rd, 2000.
That seems like a real Tribeca movie. But the thing about Tribeca is that like Avengers.
That was
technically
its
premiered
US
there, like,
premiere.
Yeah.
I don't know year to year.
Do you know
was a
where
Tribeca
Speed
movie.
Racer really world premiered? At Berlin.
No, that doesn't surprise me.
That surprised me a little.
Like, the Wachowskis are, they're kind of art house. They're
The
like,
fucking
Guys, don't never forget that Jupiter Ascending played for the first time as a secret screening at Sundance.
Oh God, that's right. We'll never forget
The
that.
reviews were awful, and I read them, and I was like, I want to see this. And
Yeah.
then I saw it, I was like, this is
Screening.
amazing.
Oh, Eddie the Eagle was the secret.
Eddie the
screening.
Eagle was the zero. When people liked it, they liked it better than they liked
I
Jupiter Ascending.
loved Eddie the Eagle.
But is it better than Jupiter Ascending?
Yeah, it is.
How much whisper yelling is in it?
Very little
It's a fair
whisper
question.
yelling.
How much Douglas Booth
It's
is
all
in it?
it's all feel goodness. Well, like
This
I
makes me feel good.
I give up Douglas Booth for a little Taron Egerton.
Whoa! Perri is all over the men today.
Now I just need Funko Pop figures of all of them.
I don't think I'm going to get Funko Pop Eddie the Eagle.
Probably
No.
not.
And you can't even have a Funko Pop Eddie Redmayne.
I
It's so
can.
sad.
I would take one of those, but I can't have it now.
I assumed they would have them. I was actually going to get one for Angie for Christmas. But they
It's
didn't
weird
have
That
too
would've-
because
that
it's
would've
like
been
with
the
the
greatest
costume,
ever.
it's such like an appropriate
Right?
kind of look for it.
Maybe it's because the Funkos don't have long, skinny necks.
Mm.
That's not why. It's because Jupiter Ascending made no money, and nobody.
But
they
they
assume
did
nobody
three.
wants a Funko
They did
Pop of
3,
it.
and 2 of them were Jupiter. One was in her wedding gown, which makes
This
sense.
must be the only time that we've ever been like, there are too many girl action figures. The one time I would have been like, no, please, swap out one of the female figures and put in one of the like supporting male characters. It would have been this. Is the other one, Channing?
Yeah. One is Shannon, the other 2 are her.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, agreed. It's like
Gugu and Botha should have one. She's not getting one for Beyond the Lights.
You would think
She
that
should have
all
one
of
for
the
Belle.
characters in this movie that are half human, half animal would have a fucking action figure.
Yeah.
Isn't that the point of half of that kind of design?
I feel like the thing is, when they made this, you could tell that they wanted to create a whole Star Wars universe and have like 10 more movies.
Yeah.
And I wish that they would exist.
I feel like the big problem with this movie is that Jupiter herself is not interesting enough to make the movie, work.
I thought that like at first, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, kind of admire her for like people like Chan Kim's like, by the way, there are aliens and you're a space queen, and she's like, oh, all right, cool. And I was like, kind of admire that.
So much explosions.
I mean, I freak out when
Look
I can't.
at that. Like, he's just... It's like...
Oh, he's gonna freak out again.
I don't have words to explain his costumes in this movie,
I
and
love
that's
his
what I like
costumes.
about
I
it.
wish I could wear them. I freak out when like the place that I usually get my bagels from on Saturday is closed. Jupiter is like, you're a space queen now. She's like, cool. I'm gonna make out with this dog man. So, good for her.
Well, but that's the thing. You freak out when extreme things happen. You freak out when like little things that fuck up your routine happen to you. You don't freak out when like big crazy things where you can't even digest it happen. Like, maybe she's just in shock.
Maybe.
But that's not an
I'm making
interesting thing
excuses for
dramatically.
her. No, it's not.
Aww. Maybe she's just like, I don't know. She's like, guys, is he Channing Tatum?
Maybe this was just really late in the production process and Mila Kunis was just like, alright, I see the problems here, I'll just chill out now.
I will agree that the two actors, just regardless of everything else they're doing, don't have that much chemistry.
Yeah.
Like, the weird thing is that both of them are actors that I think have chemistry with most people.
Yeah.
Like, Mila Kunis has chemistry with, like, everyone in most
Yeah.
of the stuff I've seen. And same thing for Channing Tatum. And it's not like 50 Shades of Grey where they seem like they don't like each other. It just
No.
seems like they...
It
Like,
seems
I
totally
buy
platonic.
that, I buy that they're friendly. Like, I buy
Yeah.
that they're friends. I don't buy that they have this, like, passionate, steamy romance to them.
Totally. Where they're willing to, like, overlook caste systems and biology.
Yeah.
Eddie Redmayne's
And the
working.
fact that she's married to her son.
Yeah. All these things.
Yeah, it's like a incest, adultery combo pack.
The lizard guys remind me of the things in Mario Brothers.
Mario
Like,
Brothers.
I feel like they could be related.
He pronounced it. He calls himself Mario. It's not Mario.
Mario.
I'm from Long Island.
I
I
have this
Mario
argument with my
Brothers.
husband, who is also from Long Island. He calls it Mario, and I'm just like,
Is that a Long Island thing then?
I assume so.
I mean-
they're the only two idiots I know that call him Mario.
Thanks for having us over, Perri.
I'm fine being on Greg's team.
Also, the sister did like nothing in this movie. It was like they were setting her up for a sequel we're never gonna get.
You guys, I just
No,
want
I
you
didn't-
to imagine
I wanna
gender
point out-
setting shared universe.
I want to point
Imagine
out
the
this
most-
weekend we got Zoolander 2 and Deadpool, 2 movies that people thought were never gonna happen.
She's
So,
falling.
Are you saying there might be a Jupiter?
I'm just, you know, you never know, man.
Oh, don't put that
15
hope into my
years from
heart.
now.
Don't put that hope into my heart. Now I'm gonna want it too bad.
15 years from now, they can cast their children in this movie.
The Wachowskis?
No, I meant Channing Tatum and Mila Kunis.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what gender their children's are.
Their children's.
Well, like, because it's not that they had children together, but I know he has a kid and she has a kid.
So that's how you differentiate them, so that people know they're not related.
Yep.
Sure. Why not?
It's like fishes. They're not the same. They're not children of the same family. They're different
I
kinds
get
of
it now.
children.
I get it. I speak your language.
Yep.
They have a daughter named Wyatt. She has a daughter with Ashton Kutcher. Don't forget. Named Wyatt Isabel.
So it's a girl?
Yeah, I assume so. Because Wyatt is like more of a boy name, but I don't feel like you name a boy Isabel. Yeah, it's a girl.
Okay.
And then Channing.
She showed me a picture of a baby as if I can tell the gender.
Yeah, no, it's true. And it was like a baby wearing like a neutral color and a hat too.
And a
So it's
Van
not
Dutch
even
hat,
like a
because
girl
of course
with,
it was.
like,
I don't know that it was really wearing a Van Dutch hat. I'm just
She
assuming.
has a kid named Everly Tatum. Everly, like the movie?
Yes, I'm assuming she's named after the Selma Hayek movie. That's the only possible reason.
It's a girl. Yep. So that's.
You can get behind that name though.
Everly?
Yeah,
pretty.
It's fine.
It's okay.
He just got bit by
C
a
plus
flying
measure
lizard. Now he's
on
gonna
that
turn
baby.
into one.
Is that how lizards work?
No, I just made that up.
Not a Komodo dragon. Oh, there's a show called Deadly Attraction? Fatal
Is it about people that want to bone lizards?
No, I forget what the show's called now.
Well, now it's
It was
gonna
about
be
a show
disappointing, whatever it is,
about
right?
people that have dangerous pets. And there was one about a guy who had a bunch of lizards, including a Komodo dragon, living in his apartment. And the Komodo dragon bit him, and he cleaned it out, and was like actually showing off the wound at work. And then the next day, he didn't come back to work, and then no one heard from him for a few days. Yeah,
Did the
wait.
dragon eat it?
Yep. Because
Wait, what?
this is
Wait,
true.
what?
This is a real thing. So what happens is when a Komodo dragon bites you, what it does in like the, I want to say Serengeti, but it bites an animal and then follows it for days because basically its spit is so toxic it will poison the animal to death. Yeah. So this guy cleaned out his cut and went to work and was like, hey, look, my lizard bit me, but like wasn't aware because just should know the Komodo dragon. It worked into his system and basically paralyzed him. So he fell in his apartment and his lizards ate him.
That's a
Isn't that
great
a
horror
movie?
movie idea.
Yeah, that should be Jupiter Ascending
That's
too.
so
It's about
messed
like
up.
the lizard men should have their own spin-off.
Yeah, that
That's
was like.
so messed up.
Oh yeah, it was like one of those things that was on cable one day, and I watched like 5 episodes in a row, all about people that were basically eaten by their pets.
I thought that I would be disappointed because I thought it was going to be about people who secretly want to bang
What
their
is
pets.
it?
and you said that the word
What is
attraction
this
was
on?
in it.
It was
But
Where
where's
did I
even
watch
better?
this?
It was called like I want to say like Fatal Attraction.
Because clearly I'm safe. I have nothing to worry about.
Deadly Attraction. But it wasn't like it wasn't like someone's cat or dog. It was like there was one about a guy who had poison snakes, one about a guy who had spiders, one
So
about
these
a
are all
dragon.
people who were asking for it.
One was
Well,
about a
I
guy
don't
who
think
had a
that they like to
tiger,
think of it that way.
like, but he wasn't keeping it properly, and it wasn't actually
It's
him.
on
In fact,
Animal
it was
Planet.
someone
It's
else.
called Fatal Attractions, which, by the way, just really makes it sound like these people want to bang their animals, right?
Well, I thought it was gonna be like a show about like dates gone horribly wrong because I also watch a lot of Investigation Discovery. But
It's
then
on Animal
the
Planet.
saddest one though, this poor lady, like she didn't have it coming. It was actually kind of sad. She lived like out in the woods and there were bears around, so other people were like, "Don't feed the bears," and she's like, "Oh, but some of them are nice." But there was like one bear that was really aggressive, so she put up a gate. But basically, what ended up happening is the bear that was really aggressive was attacking one of the smaller bears, and she went out to where the gate was and didn't go past the gate, but she was like banging on the gate to try to scare the bear off to leave the other bear alone. And he reached under the gate and pulled her through. Yeah. Yeah, it was, guys, it's an upsetting show.
I'm gonna
No,
watch that
less
show.
upsetting for you. You don't have a pet.
That's true. That's accurate. I don't watch it and then stare at a cat and go,
I'm pretty sure this one's harmless.
That's what they all want you to think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Komodo dragon one. I think that was the first one I watched, and then I was just like, alright, I'm in, and I
I
watched
can't
all
believe
of
that's not already a movie.
It's so messed up.
Right? And it was like also like I knew that just because of animal facts. But like, just 'cause I think animal facts are interesting, but I was like, how do you own a Komodo dragon and not know that?
You know a lot about predators, don't you?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get at?
I don't know. Jaws is your favorite movie.
Yeah, that's true. No, when I was younger, my brother and sister and I had like a binder with animal fact cards in them.
Aww.
And we would,
Well,
my
Eddie
brother...
Redmayne's hair is all messed up now. I don't want that haircut anymore.
Yeah, it's...
Well, that's what happens when you get schwitz in it.
And then this is the whole thing where he's like, you're my mom, and I killed you last time, and this all makes sense. I promise.
Which, like, no one was surprised by that reveal.
No, because he's like very clearly like Disney villains would be like, wow, you gotta tone that down. They can really tell the crazy.
Yeah, I like this movie way better than the that Wizard of Oz one she made though.
Oh no, because the Wizard of Oz one was very like
it's
it's just
powerful.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
It also made me mad because Oz was like a total dick to her in it. And then at the end he's like, hey, if you want to come live in this place I created, that'd be cool. It's like, you lied to her. You basically, like, he didn't actually sleep with her, but he basically romanced her by leading her on. And she became crazy because of it. And then he's like, hey, I'll be the bigger person and we can be friends. Like, no, you don't get to be the bigger person, you asshole. Like, oh, that made me so bad.
You begged me to do it.
And here's the thing. Compare James Franco's like phone it in performance to Eddie Redmayne's like WTF, like what
He went there.
yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Eddie Redmayne thought he was
Also-
getting a Funko Pop figure out of this.
Oh, he did.
He was
That's so
working
sad.
towards it.
That's true. That made me sad.
Yeah, for real. What
He
else
probably
is he
didn't even buy anything for Christmas.
They're
He's
not
like,
gonna
"Yeah,
do like Funko Pop of like, Theory of Everything or the Danish Girl. Like, this was his big chance.
Okay, he's gonna get one. He's in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find
Yeah,
Them.
that's true. That's
No,
true.
right.
He's 100%
They are
gonna get
they are
one.
very proud of their Harry Potter line. Skate shoes.
So don't cry for Eddie Redmayne. He's fine.
So
He has an Oscar. He's gonna be in like a gazillion-dollar franchise. I think he's fine.
Is he nominated again this year?
Yep. For Danish Girl,
Danish girl.
which it started out as a movie about breakfast pastries, and then someone was like, Tom Hooper, that's not gonna win any Oscars.
He's actually, I think he does an admirable job in Danish Girl. I just don't.
It's
think
okay.
he's
Alicia
outside.
Vikander does a better job.
I think
Yeah.
he does a fine job, but that movie should have been her movie, not his.
It is her movie,
And
which
then
is
I would
kinda
have been a
weird
lot more
because-
excited about his performance.
Okay, I don't want to get into a Danish Girl impromptu review while we're watching
Why?
anything. Oh, I love their little like Prometheus space helmets.
Twinsies.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna skate her to safety.
Why don't they have chemistry? They have chemistry with like everyone else.
I don't know. It's also just neither one of them is really charismatic in this movie, which is weird because they're both very charismatic performers.
Yeah.
I mean, she managed to spark with Mark Wahlberg, who like sometimes is interesting and sometimes
In a
wallpaper.
movie about a R-rated talking teddy bear.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nailed it.
Her and Jason Segel had a thing in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, that was
That
cute.
was a very
worked.
convincing thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't convincing in like real world standards, but you know, it was
There's some romance for Channing Tatum works as a romantic lead with a girl, right? Because like in Magic Mike, neither time.
Step up.
Oh right,
That's where I started.
I mean, marry that lady.
For a split second, I was gonna be like, and Boy Next Door, and I was like, oh no, wait, that's like the new Channing Tatum, the other
That's
one.
Ryan Guzman.
Yeah.
He's in a movie at South by, and I forget which one, but I bookmarked it.
It's the Richard Linklater one, which
Yes.
Richard Linklater is already like one of my favorite directors.
Is he really
so I'm,
in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
The Days I
I'm
Confused
fully
Spiritual Sequel.
expecting that
Everybody
to be.
wants some. I'm so freaking.
Yeah.
That's like number one on my most anticipated
Me
at South by
too.
list.
I actually like. I'm a huge Richard Linklater fan in general, so like even aside from that, I'm looking forward to it. But I felt like it gave me so much satisfaction when Richard Linklater cast the guy from Boy Next Door in it, because I was just like, see, Linklater sees what I see.
Yeah.
No, and he's a fucking artistic genius. So
Still right.
So everyone who said Boy Next Door wasn't a good movie, I'm vindicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Richard Linklater saw Boy Next Door on HBO and was like, oh, that guy remember. That's probably what happened, right?
I like to think so.
That happened. It wasn't like it
What
was
are we gonna
shot
act like
before that.
Linklater's above watching a J-Lo joint? Come on. Come on.
Oh, I love this. But J-Lo's not in it. Well,
That's okay. Ryan
Um,
Guzman is the best thing about Boy Next Door.
Wyatt Russell is in it too. From 22 Jump Street.
Which one is he?
He's the
Yeah,
one that's
yeah.
BFFs with Channing Tatum. The football player. He's Kurt Russell kid.
Oh, right. The team name was like the Red Herrings or something.
I don't know. Yeah, sure. Wait, is that the woman from
Orphan Black?
Oh my god!
You're first realizing I'm upsetting him. You're first realizing that now?
No, but like I thought it was, and then Kristy was all like, "She's from this other thing I saw." So I was like, "Oh, okay, that must be what she's from."
She is. She's Mrs. S.
Also that she goes back to cleaning toilets with full makeup.
Well, you never know when you're gonna get scooped up by the world's
No,
hottest
actually, you're right.
half albino wolf space
If
man
I
warrior.
learned anything from this movie, it should be that you should always be prepared that you might get space married later.
I mean, I feel like even
Do
now.
they call it space married, do you think? Or just they're just
I like
married?
to just assume everything is like space something.
Is
Like,
like
do
that
you call it
lost.
Earth married? Like Fairpoint Space?
Like,
I
she's
do.
still married though when she goes back to Earth.
Isn't he dead though?
Well, he's dead. Yeah, I
So
guess.
she's not. She's a space
she's
widow.
space widow.
So, but is she a widow on Earth?
Yeah.
Or is she nothing at
I mean,
all?
he's still her husband. She's a widow on Earth. I mean, he was also her son, but that's a whole other thing. And now she has a telescope so she can go, that's very phallic looking. Okay, sure. Why not?
You would say that.
It was!
I mean, it is like angled in her crotch.
Yeah, it was. Okay, it wasn't just me.
It is nice that
Tatiana
her
Maslany
family.
should be in Jupiter Ascending too.
She should.
Yeah.
She's in something at South by
I
too.
was gonna say because I bookmarked that.
Yeah.
She's in something with Tom Cullen, who was her real life boyfriend.
I'm amazed that you remember this much. And like, you're not going to South by, and Perri and I are. You're like, I remember this. Shit.
It's a combination of how much of my free time I spend following celebrity gossip, which is way too much, and me having to still cover like what movies are playing at South by, not like going to South by covering them. You know, I wrote up the releases and stuff.
I like tore through them today though, and I'm like, this person's in a movie, but I can't remember most of the titles now.
This would, alright. So real talk. This would have worked better if these two had more heat.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to believe that they have this like intense connection that like crosses like planets and boundaries and space and time and whatever. But they just kind of seem like, they seem like they're pretty good friends.
Yeah.
Like they'd fist bump right
And now
now.
she's-
Not
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, buddy.
I should be like, oh, buddy, remember when we
Let's
went on that
go.
adventure? Like, you know.
Boom.
Oh god, I forgot he has wings.
He gets
in the
them
end.
back. He doesn't have them in the beginning. This is a
Those
big
are
moment
like
for him.
CG wings. like
It's also
very
no, they're
weird.
real wings. They actually
Well,
made
but
Janet Jackson.
That's why this
they're
movie is so
very
expensive.
visual looking.
Chris,
Look at the FX
FX
marathon. I was
Look,
watching
they're like-
The Last Stand today, and Angel's wings in that look better than his wings in
Well,
this.
his also look like they're partially robotic because there's like metal joints and
No,
stuff.
but they're always robotic. They were never like real wings. Like he doesn't have them naturally. He had them for his work, and then like they got torn off when he attacked the royal people.
So that's stupid.
Sean Bean explained all this, guys.
That's stupid.
Just like in Game of Thrones when he explained everything.
Oh, forget it.
Oh, she learns about her space roller skate.
But look, she's not actually roller skating. She's doing it like it's a skateboard,
Which is
completely
how you
confusing.
should be doing it because
Yes.
it makes no sense that you have to like move your legs while
But
you're
it's like,
space roller
We have totally just
Jupiter
changed.
laughing.
Yeah. That's what this should have been called.
Whee!
Jupiter laughing. You should have Jupiter falling.
What are these captions?
Woo!
Jupiter laughs.
Wee!
See, it still seems like they're friends.
The last line of this movie is we.
Whee!
Yay. The Wachowskis.
Oh, that was a movie.
That was an awesome movie.
Yeah.
I would rather watch Jupiter Ascending 2 than Star Trek Beyond,
Oh,
for example.
I think I'll go for that.
For which one?
I mean, that's the thing.
For
Like,
Jupiter Ascending over Star Trek Beyond.
I do enjoy that watching this movie. It's not like you knew what was going to happen because the whole thing is so bonkers. There's no
Yeah.
map.
Yeah? No, I love that. And then at the end, she's all like, he's just gonna go back to cleaning toilets.
So big.
Yeah.
I have skate shoes.
She's like so like blasé about all of it. And like, I've come to really admire that about her. I'm just like, I admire how
I
she's
mean, and I get that it's setting up like a franchise or whatever, but it's like, but there are still people out there that like want to destroy the Earth for, cosmetic purposes.
Yes. And she
she's
does nothing. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna go back to cleaning toilets.
What? Hang on.
And isn't she supposed to be like the leader of a people?
Yeah. No, she's a leader of like the world.
It's like this is supposed to be like the Hunger Games, the first one where like Katniss is like, well, I got through that brush, I'm just gonna go home now, and then it's like, no, you could never really go home. So like
But
that's
even Katniss got to go back to a nicer home. She still lives in her shitty home and still has like.
she just didn't have to clean toilet. Well, she did win like a mansion.
Yeah,
that's
no,
fair.
that's what I meant. She
Yeah.
literally like she goes from living in this like little like shed to living in this like super nice like mansion. Yeah.
I'm gonna put on the last pair of glasses because I totally got caught up and didn't do that. Just so you guys get the full effect.
Let me see. I still like I think it was the third pair that I liked.
The one that are two-toned?
Yeah, I like those ones.
I think I like the first. Let me see those again. Switch.
Dewey's very interested.
She looks so cute.
I like those.
Yeah.
Those fit you well too.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm considering
They
it.
do fit you very well.
Your hair is so staticky to my face.
It's like poetry. Well,
Dewey, like he's gonna do
we're at the end credits. Thank you all for joining us. Jupiter Ascending. We'll have to do this again sometime.
With
Next
your
time.
help, we can get Jupiter sending to happen.
Start hashtagging Jupiter
Do it,
Ascending
do
too.
it.
I mean, it worked for Deadpool, so this will totally catch on.
Oh my god, they need to do the whole thing where they leak footage of like Eddie Redmayne on space rollerblades and then it'll happen. Guys.
I would have supported that movie.
Alright, well, we're actually going to have another episode for you later this weekend, early next week, where we'll review Deadpool and Zoolander 2. And I think that's everything. Happy 100th episode!
Hey!